even when you lost. There's always a hope. Rise and fight.
Hello and welcome back, all you StarCraft fans, to the BSL17. We are in the round of 24, Group F. I'm Machine, and joining with me today is my co-commentator, Razz. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Doing well, man. I'm hyped for another amazing day of BSL, and that's exactly what's going to be today, man, because we have some phenomenal matches in the wait here for everyone tuning in. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting day.
Yeah, this is a really strong group. I mean, XiaoShuai, obviously, everyone knows Chinese Zerg, really strong. LancerX, gonna do his best versus him. StRyKeR, TerrOr, I mean, names that everybody knows. So just a whole group that's really strong.
Yeah, man, I'd say a couple contenders here for, even potentially winning this season of BSL right in this group already. TerrOr already made a name for himself. He's a previous BSL champion. As you mentioned, XiaoShuai, an incredible Zerg that's broken out of the China Broodwar scene. Recently, really known for having some incredible muta control, which is so important in every matchup. But then you got some, some old classic players as well. LancerX, never one to be counted out. Such a phenomenal Protoss that has really been in the scene and for such a long time. Such an aggressive player. I think it's going to be pretty tough for XiaoShuai to maybe have to adjust to such a new, different style. And then, yeah, we got StRyKeR as well, strong NA Zerg. So 2 Zergs, 1 Protoss, 1 Terran. And first up here, we have XiaoShuai facing off against LancerX to kick things off.
Yeah, you see that MMR there, right? 2450. I mean, that's very high. That's hard to reach, hard to maintain, and it's not like he had it over 20 games, right? We see over there he's got like 140 games played, so he's strong, right? That's a big jump in the ladder to get that high.
Yep, absolutely, man. Previous BSL Asia champion, 4th place BSL 15, 4th place BSL 16. And looking to break into the top 3 at least this season. But yeah, first map going to be Neo Dark Origin. Everyone should be pretty familiar with this one by now. Always, a fun map to kind of get these series kicked off on. I think it's going to be great for this Zerg versus Protoss. But yeah, Rez, I'd say without further ado, let's jump into our first match here. It's going to be XiaoShuai, the Chinese Zerg, facing off against LancerX Protoss on Neo Dark Origin. And spawning, top left side as the blue Zerg from China, it is XiaoShuai.
And in the bottom right, Protoss player, it is LancerX. So, Machine, this is our matchup here, PvZ. How do you feel about this map for Zerg?
You know, it's grown on me. I didn't really like it at first because, you know, one of my like nitpicky things is I think fourth bases can be a little difficult to hold on this map. But I realized I was like kind of doing it wrong. Like Zergs tend to on this map, you know, you get into this weird state where Zerg's holding the ramps outside of the natural with Lurker Hydra, and if they can maintain that position, it can be a great map like for Zerg, right? Because you could be allowed to take, let's say if you're XiaoShuai here, you could take your fourth, that high ground mid left position and kind of play from there. Where things get really funky is if you know you lose control of that middle ground because your base can be harassed so easily. And yeah,
I think the middle of the map is probably the key component to this map, because if you control the middle, you can kind of control 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock bases, so you can storm those lines or lurker behind those lines of mineral. So I agree. I don't think it's a terrible map for Protoss here. I think that they do a good job. Oh, here we go. Nice blocking by LancerX. Can he? Oh, XiaoShuai just exiting to the third.
probably a good call, right? There's, you know, as long as Lancer keeps the probe control pretty tight, it should really prevent XiaoShuai from taking an expansion, but instead he's forced to bring out another drone. Does get the natural first, which is always nice. Now LancerX starting off with a 9 gate here. I kind of like this. He's not afraid of XiaoShuai, wants to get to his face early on, you know, just kind of kick this matchup off, and I think it's a good call.
Yeah, I just didn't like that he didn't go into the main, because what if it was 9 full speed? We'd be dead, right? I mean, obviously the hatchery can't go down, but Zerg would send it. So now he sees only 4 lings, so he probably should get aggressive with these couple of zealots here, because he knows that XiaoShuai made an extra drone, but he's decided that he's going to go home.
I'm surprised because he even shows the zealot, right? Even if he kept the zealot out on the map, then XiaoShuai would be forced to react. But because he's backed up here and that Overlord was allowed to see it, XiaoShuai should know he's completely fine and safe. And yeah, we're only seeing 4 lings made. Everything else has been drones from XiaoShuai so far. So, you know, he does have 4 more lings on the way, but I gotta say he's been allowed to kind of be a little greedier than maybe was necessary.
Yeah, I'm surprised he only has 9 drones, because I thought he would have droned a little harder, knowing that it wasn't coming, but we've decided to actually make even more lings. Are we going to see ling all in here?
It's looking pretty likely. I mean, it is a pretty late forge. This is 3 zealots. Maybe XiaoShuai just feels like he could start applying some pressure, maybe force LancerX to kind of mess up. And yeah, this is nothing but lings. So what we know and is something LancerX can't know. Now, I gotta say, if LancerX knew this, he could just back up and make a couple cannons, and he should be able to hold. But we'll see.
He should hold fine here with a couple cannons. I think the problem is he doesn't know. He didn't keep the probe on the map. The probe is gone, right? And that's where this gets the trickiest for Protoss, is that you don't know what Zerg is doing. I think cannons going up, but we're going to see an influx of lings, and these zealots are caught out machine. This is really bad for LancerX. One zealot immediately surrounded and is going down. The second one not going to make it back in through the wall. And here we go. Can he hold on? Is he just going to bust through?
Yeah, this is looking like already XiaoShuai off to a very strong start, man. This is going to be a lot of Zerglings to deal with. We're seeing more and more blue also traveling across the center of the map. But that cannon is up now. Gateway goes down, but ling speed not quite done. So we only have 1 Zergling making it into the main. Yeah, LancerX gonna need to hold. I don't think he's even realized what this is, or else he wouldn't be moving out with these zealots.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we have zealots out on the map here. I think we need to go back home, because if you run by here and just kill the cannon, we're going to be in real trouble. LancerX out of position. XiaoShuai getting right on that cannon. Not looking good now for LancerX.
Yeah, if that cannon was allowed to stay up and he just kind of held his wall, I honestly think LancerX was in a phenomenal spot. Oh man. Zealot getting caught off hold position here. There's a Zergling inside the main as well, harassing the main probe line. So getting 3 kills already is that Zergling. And oh man, this is looking like game over.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake having those zealots out there on the map. We see now that he's in, he's busted through, cannons are going down quickly. Lings are all over the place. GG from LancerX.
Wow, GG is called there very quickly from LancerX, and XiaoShuai taking a very quick 1-0 lead. You know, like we kind of anticipated, XiaoShuai, if he sees any kind of opening, any kind of available, you know, engagement that's efficient, he's going to take it. You cannot misstep against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if LancerX just didn't recognize what was going on. I'm assuming that's what happened. He thought, oh, it's just so many Lings, there's no speed, he's just trying to bust down the wall, but he had those zealots out on the map. If he just had those in the wall, I think he holds with no problem because of the cannon. So that's unfortunate, because if you hold that, there's no drones behind it, the game can't go on.
It does suck, you know, it's like hindsight's 2020, right? Because if XiaoShuai wasn't Ling all-inning, maybe those two zealots out there create enough like space for him to sneak a probe out and scout, right? So like it's easy to commentate and say, oh, we should have done this, should have done that. But you know, still, it's just something to kind of chalk up. Now he's gained a little bit of information on XiaoShuai, how he likes to play, what his what his processes are. So maybe he'll have a little more information to kind of make an assessment before this next match.
Yeah, hopefully he'll sort out a little bit and say, okay, I'm going to play a little bit more passive in these early game, or at least keep my probe alive. I feel like keeping that probe alive in the beginning is just so key, so you can see what's going on. So hopefully here in game number 2, LancerX will be able to pull one game back.
And with this, it should be XiaoShuai gets to ban a map, I believe, and LancerX should be able to have the pick. So it should be his choice for this one. We'll have to see what he chooses to go with here. You know, he's definitely a ladder warrior, someone who's always grinding ladder games. Look at the ladder stats there, 178 wins, 128 losses. So he's definitely putting the time in. And yeah, no surprise, ends up choosing Polypoid here for game number 2 of the series.
Yeah, I think that's a good standard pick if you just want to get into a game, right? Like, you've played probably hundreds, if not thousands, of games on Polypoid already. So he's probably very comfortable there. I just think PBZ here, you might have to get ready for a long game, because those high ground bases hard to bust with the lurkers. So he's probably gearing up for that.
Very, very true. But yeah, with that, both of our players are ready, folks. Let's jump into game number 2 of XiaoShuai versus LancerX. And spawning bottom right as the red Protoss, currently down 0-1, but looking to make that comeback, it is LancerX.
And in the bottom left, our blue Zerg, it is XiaoShuai. Looking to close this out quickly if he can, I'm sure.
Yeah, fortunately for XiaoShuai here, he's going to get the first Overlord Scout. In my opinion, it's pretty important, you know, getting to kind of retain that drone, not having to drone scout out and lose any mining time there, so his build should be pretty efficient. We might see another 9-gate here. Yeah, it's going to be a 9-gate. Oh, no.
Not going the correct way, which is going to hurt, and we have an overpool here. Gateway going down at like 117, 118, a little bit late. Probably not boosting like he should be, so comes in a little late, but he should be fine. If he recognizes what build it is, not a big deal. Overpool, make a couple of zealots, get your Nexus up, just play from there. Not a big deal at all.
I'm you know, a little distraught, let's say, by this scout pattern. I mean, Polypoid, as we've said, you gotta play thousands of games on this map so far. Everyone knows Zerg likes to scout towards the expansion with their first Overlord. This should have been a caught Overlord, and Lancer should already know right where XiaoShuai is, bottom left here. But unfortunately, going with the unusual scout pattern is not going to pay off, and actually, Lancer's going to get last scout.
Well, he'll know where he is now.
Oh, he should. There we go.
But
redirects.
Yeah, but I agree with you. Because if XiaoShuai doesn't go over the cliff and just sees it and hangs on, it becomes a real problem. But he'll be able to scout him. Should be able to see what's going on in time. He'll probably send the Zealot out and pull it back again, expecting that there will be 6 Zerglings on the map. We see those out already. We'll see if... Oh, he only made 4 again.
Yeah, I mean, 4 is fine. Oh, jeez, that was an instant snipe. And yep, that's going to force LancerX to back up with that early Zealot.
Yeah,
Man.
I think that's okay. I mean, it's nice to put pressure because there's only 4 Zerglings. Like, I'd go back out with these 2 Zealots and try to force more Lings so there's no drones being made. But it's okay to go home. You can take a Nexus versus Overpool. You don't need to put down your Forge right away. If you see that the Zergling count is very low, okay, we can't let these Zerglings in, though. One probe is not going to block the ramp. We need...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All 4 Lings made it inside the main as well.
Yeah, we were able to snipe one there, luckily, because one of the Zerglings froze, but this is a problem having 3 Zerglings. This is where damage can get crazy. You gotta start pulling your probes. 1 probe down, we're gonna have to keep a count on this. Because he's only made 4 Zerglings machine, we can see that the worker count is not that big of a difference, in which it should be a little bit higher here for Protoss.
For sure. And that doesn't even account like the lost mining time just from the probes being forced to move. We're not even seeing any more blue move across the map. So, I mean, man, this is already big damage, and we know that XiaoShuai is capitalizing on the eco front.
Yeah, he made a couple more lanes to deal with the Zealot, but these 3 Lings are still in the main. This is just so annoying when you're chasing these 3 Zerglings around. You're like, come on, man. Let me get these.
So walking into the natural here kills 1 Zergling, but it looks like that's about all it's going to be able to grab here. Good drone control there from XiaoShuai. And as you stated, still 3 Zerglings alive inside this main base of LancerX. No gas being taken quite yet. There we go, finally. Gas being mined here from LancerX, but there's no doubt that is delayed.
Yeah, it's extremely delayed gas here. Seeing at the 440 mark that we don't even have gas yet, that's a problem. XiaoShuai will definitely recognize that and can take advantage of it a little bit. Oh, and now speed is kicked in, machine. This is a real task now.
Yeah, 3 speedlings inside your main is, I mean, what PvZ nightmares are built from. This is just going to be constant, endless damage. I'm sure. Oh, 1 Ling getting caught out there. Okay.
We get 1.
We do have a little bit of harass going down. Looks like a drone was killed. Yeah. So big pickup there from LancerX. Not one to just kind of let this game slip away.
And a great job putting his Zealot behind the mineral there. Able to just trade effectively as he can.
Yep, good probe control.
Yes, so again, 4 Zerglings and a drone. Definitely worth it for that Zealot. Good job from him. Well, the question is, XiaoShuai teching Lair or not? Our really sexy observer Zero is showing us that +1 is not spinning yet. Another thing that is delayed here for LancerX, that's going to delay any kind of Zealot timing that he'd like to get done. And Machine, the other part of this Ling problem is these Lings are getting a perfect scout as well. Like, he knows everything that's going on right now, and all the timings right now on LancerX's base.
Yep, he knows that Stargate is building. He probably, this Overlord's going to catch the 6 Zealot move out here. But this is Hydra and Speedling. I mean, this is built to just crush early Zealots. So, you know, this is one of those things where I think LancerX would catch a lot of Zergs off guard with this timing typically. But, I mean, man, XiaoShuai is just in such a strong position.
Yeah, and those Hydras have speed already. So he gets 1 Hydra, 2.
Something.
Yeah, it's something. 2 Hydra down. We're making cannons now. Now, Machine, I don't love the cannon placement because they're right up against that gateway. Those Hydras are going to be able to just walk up and shoot those cannons, man.
Yeah, and this is speed with range just around the corner. This is, I don't know. But it doesn't really look like XiaoShuai's committing. Maybe he's just comfortable with the position he's in.
He's droning, so that's good news for LancerX.
Yeah, I think he definitely could have broken, but you know what? Yeah, it's fine. Not a super big deal here. 1 Hydra running back to deal with this Corsair, and more drones for now being produced here from XiaoShuai.
Yeah, forcing out 5 cannons. Oh, he does get an Overlord, but forcing out 5 cannons when there's only, 10 Hydra there, you probably could have survived with 3. So XiaoShuai is definitely doing a good job of making LancerX feel that pressure. And LancerX is like, well, I don't want to die to this, so I'm just going to make some cannons and move on.
Notice the Forge was picked off. That is a super big deal. Not allowing LancerX to get that +1 that is just so important here. Oh no, there was 2 probes on gas. Yeah, the natural here and the main, but I think he fixed the main. Okay. Still, I mean, if you're LancerX, you build up some Templar, you go for some Dream Storms or something, you can still get your way back into this.
Yeah, I mean, his probe count is very healthy right now for 820. 43 is the perfect amount for 2 bases. So his eco is okay. He's just delayed on the upgrades and the gateway explosion, right? We're just exploding up to like 3-4 gateways right now at 830. So we're a little behind there. And we see the number of drones that XiaoShuai is making.
Yeah.
LancerX cannot be happy seeing just waves of 6-7 drones at a time go into that minerals.
Yeah, no way. He knows that XiaoShuai's eco, other than the single drone kill, has been untouched. He's not scouting the main with that Corsair, so I kind of feel like he should feel a little threatened about potential Muta, but as we know, it's actually going to be a lurker follow-up here from XiaoShuai.
You see a DT, I guess we're hoping to just kind of get some drone kills, maybe that third, seeing that there's no Hydra there or sunk in. If he could just walk by.
Oh, he sees it.
Wow, he saw it. Wow, man, what a reaction. That was like a quickest thing ever.
Yeah, that was instantaneous. No sunkens, I gotta say. So XiaoShuai, feeling very confident that he's just gonna be able to stuff whatever it is that moves across this map. And yeah, we see the DT going towards the third.
Yeah, which is Protoss, you really want to try to put some pressure, force a couple sunkens, right? Sunkens are expensive units, cost them drone, plus the creep, plus the sunken itself, so you want to be able to do as much as possible. And this DT is not welcomed by the Hydralisk. They did not say come swipe some drones, man. They said no thanks.
Yeah, it does end up picking that off for free. Things not looking great here for LancerX Protoss.
Well, we'll see if he has a Robo down yet. We're going up to 8 gateways. Robo is also a bit late, but he'll have it soon. I think the problem we're going to see here, Machine, in about 10 seconds, is that these lurkers are going to set up the most giant contain of all time on poor LancerX, and he won't be able to move out for probably another minute or 2 waiting for that robot observer.
He was at least able to get this group of zealots out, which can be quite annoying for Zerg to handle. There's no zealot speed. Oh no.
Upgrading.
It's like the slowest Congo line of zealots running to their demise. Oh no. Well, I mean, XiaoShuai is just too good, right? He's always going to capitalize on a situation like this, it feels like.
Once he notices there's no speed, right, the zealots can't run around, so he's just going to chase them down.
62
and then go
drones.
Yeah, 62 drones, 4 bases. I mean, Zerg eco is insane. But hey, he's playing it really well. He's taking all the advantages, seeing what's going on, finding these little wins here and there, and then is just pushing that lead, right?
Yep, absolutely. Ahead in supply, ahead in workers, ahead in tech. LancerX really has one final shot to get himself in this one. He needs to wait for this observatory so he can have some vision against this lurker field that he's about to face. Does have Dragoon range, and +1 has completed here, so he's got some tools to play with. But yeah, XiaoShuai with that +2 on the way. We're seeing him just stack Hydra on this high ground position. Second Evo going down, third gas already mining. Fourth mineral only, taking a 5th base. I mean, this man has no fear.
Yeah, I mean, we just see the macro kicking in. He's right now up 25 supply, getting ready to hold this contain. I think he knows even if he doesn't hold the contain, it's fine. He could just back up to 4 bases. We're getting to that crucial 13-minute mark for Protoss where you need to have another base. He knows that, so he's in a rush. He doesn't really care if LancerX just comes out here to get it. He's just going to back up. He's like, all right, fine. you're not going to get a third base up by 13. I'm in a huge lead. I have so many drones, so many Hydra, so he's making a good choice here again, just backing up. I think he wants LancerX to just slam into him here.
Oh, I think he's going to get his wish. Protoss is taking that the high ground mineral only, I guess, so maybe not. Maybe LancerX just feels like he can play from here. There's no static defense. That's one thing I gotta say. XiaoShuai, I don't want to say it's like greed, but I think he's just like super confident that he has this. But normally, a Spore and a couple Sunkens would make that high ground mineral only a little more difficult to break.
Well, Machine, we're at 170 of 200 right now. As Zerg, I think we're feeling pretty good. 13 minutes in, we're almost at max. We have 8 hatcheries plus 2 up top, so 10 hatcheries. Zero pointing out he's missing that macro cycle. How dare you, XiaoShuai? All those larvae free. How dare you?
Yeah, XiaoShuai, not good macro. You heard it here first, folks.
Disqualified from the tournament. That's what is going on.
No, man. I mean, look, the whole map is blue. He's playing.
Look at that.
So well.
Look at that third, man, on the mini map.
Yeah.
Just that clump of blue. And here we go. LancerX moving out, trying to get across the map.
I like that LancerX has pushed out the vision of the 6 o'clock and is at least trying to take the 4th with a gas. You know, maybe with this, there's some like, it's like late game TVP, right? Like, maybe if you just hang on and you just get enough bases, there's a way back into this one.
Yeah, he needs to really not fight right now because he has no armor and Zerg's almost +2 on attack. Like, he really does need to camp a bit. Like, we need to sit and get that upgrade because that armor upgrade is so huge in trading. So if he can just wait it out a little bit, maybe get to max, split the map, we have some options.
Look at how constant this harass is, though, from XiaoShuai. 2 goons down. He's just forcing out storms and just being so annoying with these small groups of Hydra. I mean, he's really making LancerX pay just for moving out.
Yeah, he's spreading out, banking up money. He has bases top left. Can't afford any more drones because he's maxed out.
Yeah, that's where static defense comes in. Just start building static. Use your supply. But
yeah, I don't think it'd be a terrible idea. The problem with this army right now is that there's like 7 goons and like 20 zealot versus Hydra lurker. That's tough task.
Not a ton of storm, no Reaver yet to really handle the lurker. Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Surround.
Look at the mini map. Oh,
it's time.
Goodness. 1 Templar sniped, 2 Templar sniped, and just mass Hydra coming in here to clean up.
Wow. This is just so much Zerg.
Yeah, we're seeing LancerX backing up to the high ground. Good choice. Looks like his army may be on hold position right now.
Yeah, there's no storms going down on this. I mean, man, that could not have traded worse, it felt like.
Yeah, we were just kind of hanging out there.
Pushing
these Hydra back.
The storms. You know what? At least he's not getting caught out on the map. Like, he is holding this 3rd gas at 6 o'clock. But very shortly here, he needs to start just thinking about taking mid-right if he wants to continue this game.
Yeah, he's going to need more bases. His main should be mined out soon. His natural will be getting low. XiaoShuai not even transferring any drones to the top left. He's only making Hydra. He's only knows that H button. His H button must have a hole in it by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here we go.
Ooh,
good
big storm.
Double
Great
storm, though.
There's some of the observers getting caught out. Wow, nice storm dodge, though. I mean, XiaoShuai really making him work for every single unit. And yeah, this is all XiaoShuai.
Swarm has taken over, ran him over. He is holding on, but losing that 3rd base is a big deal at this point. He'll be on 2 mining bases versus the 6 bases of XiaoShuai. Huge bank for XiaoShuai as well. I think it's just a matter of time before he closes it out here. And there's the GG.
Yeah, GG, well done there by XiaoShuai. No surprise. But yeah, XiaoShuai already looking like he's clearly going to be a big problem for this group.
Yeah, man. He's just flexing his muscle there, showing that he's making all the right choices with the information that he's given. Macro is on point, just getting after it. I mean, just a very, very solid performance from him.
And showed us two completely different styles, right? Which XiaoShuai is going to show up into your game? Is it going to be the Ling all in, or is it going to be the just sit back macro monster, take the whole map and kill you with pure Hydra maxed out? You know, like he can do it all, which makes him such a scary opponent. So
That's the most dangerous, right? A Zerg that could just start pull the all-in style that might just try to bust you, or someone who could play the late game in macro. I mean, it's just, you know, makes your decisions even harder as the game goes on. So well done from him.
Absolutely. With that, XiaoShuai will move on to the winners finals of Group F. And LancerX, not out of it yet, though, will be our first player moving into that loser bracket to face off the loser of our next match, which is going to be TerrOr facing off against StRyKeR in a Terran versus Zerg matchup.
Yeah, El Champignon versus StRyKeR.
El Champignon. Previous
Versus
BSL
StRyKeR.
champion, man. TerrOr, I can't say enough good things about this guy. He is just such a painful Terran to play against, ZVT. Like, I have so many memories of playing him, and none of them are good. You know, like he's he could another one of those players who could do it all. Is it gonna be the the macro monster TerrOr, or is he gonna just dominate you with an early 8 racks? It's tough to say, you know.
Yeah, he just has a bag of builds, right? He can do whatever, whenever, however. He is comfortable all the time. He's really strong. Macro games, all-in games. He can pull out anything. But at the same time, StRyKeR is no slouch. StRyKeR is a really solid player, really good Zerg, strong ZVT, man. So he can definitely get it done here.
Yeah, he absolutely can. Yeah. Well, I think we are going to be jumping into the first map here in just a second. Obviously, round of 24, every single match starts off with Neo Dark Origin as the starting map for the series. And Neo Dark Origin, pretty unique, map even in this matchup, I gotta say. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good too.
We're gonna be jumping in here. TerrOr versus StRyKeR. Game number 1 on Dark Origin. Oh, there they are. Look at there they are. Look at those guys. They're ready.
Yeah, look at
Arms
that.
crossed, both of them. Unbelievable.
And spawning top left as that blue Terran, it is TerrOr.
And in the bottom right, fellow New Jersey native, it is StRyKeR.
Fellow New Jersey native, man.
That's right. Lives in Jersey as well, baby. We're repping out here. A lot of New Jersey representation here at the BSL. Sugo as well.
Yeah, does StRyKeR go get the fake tan? Like everybody in New Jersey.
Right before he goes to the gym. Yes.
Nice. You know
and
what?
Then does his laundry. He's ready.
StRyKeR, man, such a great Zerg in the North American scene. Someone who I try to emulate quite a bit. I'm always shocked at just the level of this guy, and he can do it all. Great muta control, but great just standardized, like get to defiler, play late game ZVT. This is by no means going to be an easy matchup for TerrOr here.
What is with this SCV?
I think this is a proxy barracks in the main, maybe it's a block the net. Oh yeah, dude, I hate this. I told you, TerrOr could do it all, and he's planned this. There is no way StRyKeR's getting that hatchery at the natural anytime soon. He's probably going to be forced to go pool first here. Actually, we see him pulling drones.
Yeah, I think he's going to look to kill this engineering bay right away, but
eBays have so much armor, it's just so painful to do sometimes.
I mean, is it worth it to do this versus to not mine plus this? I don't know. We see he's going to go into factory style here, mech or double starport. I guess knowing he's hurting eco damage and he's going to be able to delay this hatchery, he might be able to get his vulture in immediately.
Yeah, he could proxy it, right? This is a funky map for ZVT. There's, you know, also that back entrance you got to worry about. Like in the ASL, you saw Terrans jumping the vultures over with an SCV glitch. So there's a lot of opportunities here. And I'm glad that TerrOr opened with this. He is such an unorthodox Terran that has so many builds and can do so many things, and I'm always talking about it. But, you know, so it's kind of cool to see him, you know, set the pace and the tone here, match one, with such a unique opening.
Yeah, I mean, we all know he could do it all, and this is him just showing, like, hey, like, I got some crazy stuff planned. Obviously, he's prepped for this match, right? He's like, right, hey, I'm going to do this type of build, so he's ready to rock and roll, man. He's going to get after it.
We are seeing such a quick lair from StRyKeR. However, you know, he at least has the Overlord at the natural, sees no natural expansion quite yet from TerrOr, and that would lead you to believe this is some type of tech play. So, you know, TerrOr known for, I guess, having a plethora of tech openers, whether this is going to be 1-1-1, whether this could be 2-port Wraith even. Obviously, we know it's not that because he's pulled off gas. But, you know, there's a lot of options here for TerrOr to go with.
Yeah, and he's lifting this factory so that he can not show the Overlord where the Vulture's coming from. But StRyKeR is not fooled. He has the... oh, he's going to find it.
Wow, this is really good Zergling scouting. I would never scout this factory in a million years, but StRyKeR showing why he's so knowledgeable.
Yeah, he knew something was up. He's like, what's going on here? Sees that... oh, blocks the Spire the first time on the build there. Alright, it goes down now.
Does see that Spire and confirms it. So TerrOr got to be feeling, you know, pretty confident, pretty happy so far. Wraith... I guess the Wraith is to kill the Overlord on this cliff, yeah.
Yeah, a couple Overlords he'll kill as many right as we can get, and then we'll just back up and play into a game here. StRyKeR putting on a third hatchery. I think this is a great response from Zerg, right? Trying to get as much larva as you can, get as much eco as you can versus what you know is probably some kind of mech play coming in.
Yep.
Another
for sure.
Building going down here. Do we have a science facility? Are we at 1-1-1?
Could be even
eBay.
You know, Valkyrie, honestly. So there are plenty of options with this. And yeah, we are seeing the armory, so I want to say this is going to be Valkyrie, Razz.
I think we're going to get a little Valk play, man. Getting wild. I like it.
Burrow. Holy shit. This is only something StRyKeR would know to do, but this is so strong, particularly against this style. If he gets a burrowed Zergling in TerrOr's natural here and prevents that base from going up, it is so painful. And we see first Overlord falling down. Wraith going into the main. I'm a little shocked that he's going straight in like this, to be honest with you. I think he's got to be a little worried, but I could be wrong here.
They'll definitely get Overlord number 2, and I'm assuming he knows where the third Overlord is.
Top right?
He'll probably come back for that one as well. There it is. We have a Valkyrie out already.
First Valkyrie is done. Zergling not able to get that burrow at the natural, unfortunately. TerrOr just taking it a little too quickly, but for bases 3 and 4, that should be an annoyance. Also, if this was Wraith, StRyKeR would be able to burrow his drones here, which is kind of nice.
Okay, we found the third Overlord in the top right. Another kill coming in. That's pretty big. He will take down another Overlord, put some more pressure on StRyKeR with the supply block. Just eco damage.
Ooh. That third Overlord falling plus the extra damage from those turrets. I mean, that's pretty big. StRyKeR's got to start thinking, you know what? I'm not quite able to get any of the damage I was maybe hoping for. Let's just back up and play from here.
Yeah, 5 Muta cannot one-shot an SCV, so really not much he can do with these Mutalisk. So I think for him, it's just time to drone and maybe even take a third of his own.
We see now TerrOr transitioning to heavier bio play, 2 more barracks. Going down here, and ooh, nice first volley. Look at that range from that Valkyrie, insane.
Yeah, great micro from TerrOr. Being able to pull those Valks, not easy to do.
No, definitely not easy. We see the Scouting Wraith going out. This should get eaten by StRyKeR here.
Yeah, I love the Scouting Wraith. Oh,
he's at least going to confirm the Muta count.
Muta
and
Scourge, yeah.
That was a lot of Muta. I mean, I guess... Yeah, I guess StRyKeR just going to full commit to the air here instead of going like maybe a Hydra or a Lurker transition, which can be strong. See
yeah,
if
I think that
works out.
this has triggered TerrOr to make another Valk, right? I think if he'd only saw 5, he probably would have stayed on 2 Valkyries, but setting that Wraith in and seeing, hey, there's so many of them, I think he was like, I'm going to commit to more. Here we go, StRyKeR taking out a couple turrets, which was big. Let's see how this goes here. Can he get... Oh, he snipes one of the Valkyries there, Machine.
Whoa. Insane control. Oh, 2 of them goes down. Oh my gosh, StRyKeR playing out of his mind. This has been amazing control so far and absolutely worth it for StRyKeR.
Yeah, I mean, that's big. Lowering that Valk countdown to just a single 1 will make StRyKeR feel really good. That'll probably delay TerrOr's move out as well. He's going to realize he's going to need a little more bio. Ends up making another Valkyrie, which are not cheap units. And
no,
we see that StRyKeR has Lurker aspect already on the way.
Yeah, I'm liking this from StRyKeR so far. He's not going to get caught just going pure air into bio. That could be a quick way to lose this. But, you know, as you said, I think TerrOr's move out gets delayed further and further every single time he loses one of these Valkyries. You play TVZ similar to how you play Protoss versus Zerg, in that you want to have that magical number of like 5 or 6 Valkyries that just one-shot Scourge and honestly just do so much damage to this Muta here. Muta going in again, picking a very opportune time, and he gets a few or a couple SCVs for his trouble there.
Yeah, I think it's important to mention also, Machine, that worker count for TerrOr looks kind of low. 31 SCVs, 2 bases to be in 9th. I feel like he probably should have a few more.
Yeah, he probably should, honestly. Turrets going to go down here in the main. Valks being pulled. TerrOr trying to get that magic shot off. There we go. Oh, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, 1 HP.
How does that happen?
I don't know. What?
Yeah, that's kind of insane.
Oh, he sees it flying by itself.
He should kill it. Yeah, he knows it's 1 HP, I think. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, Lurkers are out on the field here.
Position Lurkers here, Machine. Oh, they got scanned, though. Okay, he sees it. The Burrowed Link does its job. The other one below sees that the move out is still happening. StRyKeR should be pretty comfortable here. He's got some Muta. He's got a bunch of Lurkers. The Bioforce, I don't think could break it. He's already getting into Hive. I think he's in a pretty decent spot here.
Yeah, I want to say he's in a really good spot as well. And he's not getting overzealous. Oh, well, I take that back.
What'd you say, Machine?
Man, everything was going so well. Why did you attack with your Lurker Muta?
Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness he was being passive until that moment, Machine. The jinx of the commentator. Oh, God, it's tough. It's tough out here.
Commentator jinx, man. He was. If he just sat back, there was no reason to attack there. He's got his 3rd going up, bottom left. You know, just Lurkers suck when you unburrow them and try to attack into bio. Like, it's just that, man. And I think TerrOr is suddenly going to be steaming across the map here.
I think so, too. Yeah, I think that misstep. Oh. We're blocking a little bit here. I think that misstep is going to be a big hurt for StRyKeR. I think he was in a solid position. He had more workers. Oh, no, it doesn't block fully. He gets by.
Yeah, Lurker's coming in from the flank. Burrow is forced, and GG called out there from StRyKeR. Man, yeah, talk about the commentary curse on that one. That was everything looked to be going so well for StRyKeR, and I would say, you know, everyone kind of is expecting TerrOr to take this series. He's definitely the favorite. So StRyKeR to put himself in such a phenomenal position there, but unfortunately, yeah, just one bad engagement. It's all it takes sometimes in StarCraft.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're up workers as Zerg, right? You have your third gas. Hive is on the way. You killed off a bunch of Valkyries. You know his econ is low. He had no science vessels. I mean, StRyKeR was in a fantastic position, and then unfortunately, he said he moved those lurkers into fight, and they got picked off, and that was all she wrote. So unfortunate, but StRyKeR should be feeling good, right? Like when you're playing against someone as solid as TerrOr, and you're like, man, I was in it. I had it. Like I'm doing a great job. You should be confident going into the next match.
Yeah, he at least knows, like, hey, Terra's not, gonna do anything I can't handle at this point. Really, that was on him making the big mistake on that game, but he can absolutely rally from it and, still take the series from here. Still, though, TerrOr gotta be feeling pretty lucky getting away with the game one there, because he was absolutely in a pretty rough position.
Yeah, I feel like from the other side of it, TerrOr's like, all right, not my best. Got some things caught, but I still won. All right, I'm going to take game number 2. I'm ready to go. So 1-0 here for TerrOr. I think our players are ready for game number 2. Let's get into it. Oh, we went Apocalypse. Ooh, I like it.
Ooh, good map.
These high grounds get a little crazy.
And spawning bottom left as the blue Terran, currently up 1-0. It's the Champignon TerrOr.
And in the bottom right, he already went to the gym. He got the laundry. He's got the tan. It's right. It's StRyKeR.
Apocalypse. StRyKeR's choice. 3-player map. I mean, it's a map where you see a lot of mech plays occasionally just from holding those high grounds, so definitely going to be a possibility for TerrOr here. Drop play is so strong on this map as well. And I mean, honestly, just mutas. The naturals can be quite difficult to defend with turret placement. So I'm really excited to see how this one goes.
Yeah, now as Zerg, where do you take your third base machine? Do you go to the other natural? Do you just take the third that's above your natural? Like what happens here? Because I feel like there's not a good choke point. Like, do you go to where your fourth would be? What do you do here?
There's options, right, for Zerg. I think my highest preference personally would be take the other main and then just try to wall the lurker burrow. The entrance leading to the main, I think, is probably most ideal, especially on this 3-player map. If you're able to hold that other main in natural, you're just in a strong position for the rest of the game to begin with. But you can take, if it's mech, you could take the close third. It's, above your natural here for StRyKeR would be fine, or even the top right corner base, the fourth one there is fine. But I do like taking the other main personally.
I think that's not bad, especially because if you could hold the natural. I know some Zergs like to do that with ZZZero, do that all the time. Like, you can get that easy fourth gas. But once again, machine we see from TerrOr gas, man. We're going to go mech.
Yeah, we are seeing it could be mech. It's not a guarantee yet, but still a little unusual. With bio being so prominent in this matchup in particular, it is still it's fair to say that it's rare to see a lot of mech play, a lot of just gas openers out of Terran. But TerrOr showing he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve here. I want to point out that StRyKeR's gas was delayed, FYI.
Okay.
So this is maybe 2 hatch muta, but this I want to say this could be the 2.5 hatch variant.
Yeah. Well, the real Dan told me when you win with a build, you probably should do it again until the guy beats you. So maybe TerrOr is under that assumption where he's like, you know what? Same build.
Yeah, same build. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, just get your Valkyries out there, get a bio, timing, go get them. Very fast factory in the main this time.
Yep, starport right away. Lair here. StRyKeR no sunken yet.
Yeah, no sunken yet. He might think that TerrOr's just delaying the natural a little bit. Nope, actually sunken does go down, so StRyKeR is prepared for this. And actually, that Vulture's, he's moving pretty speedy, man.
Yeah, I feel like the Sunken should be up in time. Should be morphing over now, but it's gonna be really close.
I'd be worried if this was me, for sure. Here we go. Does the drone... Oh, yep. It's going to barely get up in time. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh,
calculated by StRyKeR. Calculated.
Calculated. So this is the like a 2.5 hatch. We already see the third hatchery down here for StRyKeR. Command center has been scouted, though. I think StRyKER's got to get his overlords off the map. He's got to pull them back, knowing that this is a gas opener, or at least hide them. That overlord getting supply blocked too early can be a pretty big detriment for Zerg here.
Oh, we see same build again, I think. Machine exactly, right? Armory eBay.
Yep, it is. Lots of drones already here for StRyKER, so I like the reaction. I like how he's kind of assessing the situation. Yeah, this is looking pretty good from both our players so far. Look at the worker count, man. 22 drones to 23 SCVs. If that's not an advantage Zerg, I don't know what is.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we did lose that Overlord. Will we lose another? I think we're going to lose at least one more.
Man, those Overlords hurt so bad last game, but still StRyKER able to rally. Yep, he's going to get right on this Overlord. Actually, this could be like 3 or 4 Overlords.
I think he'll have enough supply open to make a Scourge be able to get rid of it, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong.
Still, this Wraith going to do some serious damage to StRyKER here.
Yeah.
He's looking for another Overlord.
To get another, try to get another one before you go home. Oh.
He's just going to turn around.
Yeah, he's out of
Probably
there.
a good call. Let's just, you know, if you're TerrOr...
I don't think you can ever get another one with the seeing that the Mutal is Scrutty building. You got 3. That's a big win, right? Like, just get back, do your build, take your lead, take whatever advantage you earned, but StRyKER not out of it. 22 drones to 26 workers of Terran. I think that's okay. He's on 3 hatchery, enough larva popping out. Should be taking his third, I think, again soon. Let's see what we can get done.
Muta coming in here, scouting the first turret placement. There is 2 Valkyries out for TerrOr. Yeah, he's got that magic number that can start popping SCVs with 1 shot. So here we go. 1 down. Ooh. TerrOr reacting though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this high ground is just so nice for ZVT to be able just to fly all the way through on high ground and then just come out of nowhere from the cliff and start sniping things. So I would like to see if StRyKER can abuse that middle area, like where like the choke is. I feel like that's always hard. I think TerrOr trying to put some turrets there to help kind of escort his bio out. But I feel like a lot of times Zerg can get in that area where, you know, things get bottlenecked and you can just keep sniping away.
Now this was the timing last game from StRyKER that proved to be a big issue for TerrOr. He's going to dive in here. He's got 6 Scourge, so he can technically delete these Valks. But, I mean,
1
TerrOr...
Scourge does land.
Yeah, that's always big. Ooh, nice volley, though, from TerrOr. And, yeah, this time actually erasing those Scourge. But still, StRyKER on top of these Valkyries. There's not a lot of bio support. It's going to be close.
Popped out, I think.
Oh, man, that's... Ooh, yeah, it did pop out.
Goodness.
Yeah, you can't lose all your Muta like that for StRyKER, so... Gotta say, StRyKER probably starting to feel some of the pressure.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely hopeful, though, for StRyKER. I mean, 24 SCVs to 22 drones. I feel like Zerg is still in it for sure. As long as he can maybe get up a third. Oh, didn't get the kill on that drone. Look at that, got away with 1 HP.
Yeah, we do see a big drone round, so actually StRyKER now ahead in workers. But, you know, TerrOr did win. I think technically won that first engagement. He's got to be a little worried of like a mass Muta Scourge Ling timing for sure.
Yeah, I think he still is able to try to look for some of these picks. Killing turrets, killing more Valks, forcing Terror to make it, especially in low worker count, I think because of how expensive they are, like kind of keeps him going in the game. He lost a lot of Muta, but as the game goes on, his worker count is high enough. I could be wrong, but we're going to find out. More harassment coming in here from StRyKeR, losing another Muta for a turret.
Yeah, that's painful. I don't think he expected to lose the Muta there. Looks like this is a bio move out timing from TerrOr. Do we have range as well? Oh, that's a mistake. Yeah, you can't be leaving. Range almost done. So yeah, this is gonna be a strong timing.
That's down too. Big supply block.
Yeah, that's a huge supply block. StRyKeR needs every supply he can get here, just trying to hold this timing.
Bio coming up this hill with 2 Valkyries and a Wraith. Valkyrie may be caught out here. Oh, we used 2 on a Wraith.
Ooh. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. GG is called from StRyKeR. Unfortunate there. The 2 Scourge that he had, 2 went to 1 Valk, 2 hit the Wraith. So that's just unfortunate control for him, man. But TerrOr really strong with that build. Really looks solid. You know, we saw like the lift off the first game with the factory. Second game, we just kind of play a little more standard, but seems to be a very strong build from him. So he will advance on to play against XiaoShuai in the next round. The question is he going to use that build against him as well?
Why not, man? I want to see it. You know, I mean, he's looking very, very good. Both times we were convinced. We're like, oh, man, he's kind of low on SCVs. You know, I don't know. This doesn't quite look right. But then he just comes out on top during those engagements. So very well done from TerrOr. Yeah, as Razz mentioned, going to be moving on to the winners final of this Group F. And yeah, that should be our next match. Looks like Apocalypse going to be the starting map for that series. Obviously, with StRyKeR falling 0-2 to TerrOr, he will move down to the loser bracket match and face off against LancerX after our winner finals match. But yeah, folks, you know, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We are going to be going to a short break here. And then once we are back, we will have some XiaoShuai versus TerrOr action. So stay tuned.
Butter, butter is the name of the dance we do down Johannesburg way.
Hello, all you StarCraft fans. Welcome back to the BSL17 Group F. And Razz and I just got to witness two phenomenal series here, but we are already down to our winners finals match, which, as everyone here knows, it's going to be XiaoShuai, Chinese Zerg, facing off against the Peruvian Terran TerrOr. So yeah, Razz, give me your thoughts, man. What are you thinking?
I think this is going to be a clash of the Titans, right? I mean, you got XiaoShuai, who's phenomenal player, phenomenal Zerg, and you have TerrOr, who's, top of the foreign Terran list. And he has, like we said, a lot of crazy builds. We'll see if XiaoShuai is ready to handle some of those things, what his approach is going to be, how he plays ZVT. Are we going to see just a ton of 2-hatch all-in muta? Are we going to see Ling all-ins? Like, what are we going to see here? Like, you never know from him. So I'm excited to see what builds these two pick, because we could see two off builds from both players at the same time.
I want to say I remember seeing him play like Bus Terran like in one of the previous seasons, and he just kind of wrecked him with 2-hatch all-in muta. Like the guy's muta control is just phenomenal. It is absolutely top foreign tier. So, and as we all know, Zerg vs Terran is the matchup where muta probably matters the most. So, I'm really excited to see what that's going to do to TerrOr here, who's usually the player that's used to setting the pace. Like, TerrOr is absolutely such an aggressive Terran here, but he's going to have his hands, he's going to have his work cut out for him trying to deal with XiaoShuai.
I'm very sure he is. All right. I think our players are ready. I think we're ready for game one, and we are going to get into it here. PVZ on Apocalypse. We just saw one game. Let's see if the build is chosen the same from TerrOr, or if he's going to mix it up.
And spawning at that 12 o'clock position as the blue Zerg, it is XiaoShuai.
And the bottom right, it's TerrOr. All right, man, let's see. We're going to have some of the same stuff. We're going to mix it up. Who knows?
You want to know the truth, dude? I don't know if I've ever seen TerrOr do the same build 3 times in a row. So just based on that, I think he's going to change it up.
He's going to just mix it up.
Well, who knows? I could be wrong. But, man, he can do it all, which makes him so scary, obviously. It would be really weird if he did the same build 3 times in a row. But maybe it's just what he's been practicing, what he feels comfortable with at the moment.
Yeah, I guess it is important to mention, right, China to Peru to see what the latency is. Maybe that will also affect how XiaoShuai goes about his build, maybe playing lurkers sometimes.
Could, or even just not leaning as heavily on muta. We'll have to wait and see.
We're going to have to see what he decides from there.
So we will see XiaoShuai getting first scout with his Overlord. That's always a nice to have, for sure.
Barracks placement is the same as the other 2 times that he went for the gas. So let's see if that's indicative of what's going on here or not.
Yeah, he should be able to... TerrOr will be able to wall off his main. And yep, you called it, man. So we might even be seeing a 3-peat here.
And he's going for it. He's like, you know what? Machine's going to probably say I'll never do the same build 3 times in a row. Let me prove that guy wrong.
Yeah.
Let me just do
Caster
whatever.
curse. Caster curse.
I'm going to set him up so he falls down. And XiaoShuai here, I think we saw a 12 hatchery, 12 pool. So I'm assuming it's going to be 12 hatchery, 12 pool, 12 gas, which is the 2.5 hatch variant.
Yeah, it is. I was just going to say it's not the 2-hatch variant. And once again, that gas is delayed by a supply. So, I don't know, man. Maybe this is just the new thing to do. Either way, this is exactly how StRyKeR opened against TerrOr as well, if you'll recall. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure what how this is gonna play out.
It's going to be interesting to see what XiaoShuai's response is to it as well, right? Because he was able to scout quickly that his factory. Like, his Overlord got in first, he sent it all the way. So he knows exactly what's coming.
Yep, he knows exactly what's coming. He was able to basically just continue mining with that drone instead of drone scouting, so he's really maximized his eco output at the start of this one.
Yeah, we see that he's getting up to lair, probably going to put that third hatchery down. We'll see if he puts it in the front or if he's going to hide it in his base somewhere. TerrOr does have the scout. Still no sunken colony here, Machine. Are we starting to fiddle with the timing? I mean, factory's almost
it's
done.
about now. If he starts at about now, he'll be fine. And most Zergs are, pretty on the. You've felt it out enough to where you know exactly what you can get away with putting that sunken down. So I would expect to see it in a second. And I think I see a blue dot on the natural now. So likely going to have a sunken on the way. Yep. Should be just in time.
Yeah, no third hatch yet. He's delaying. He does have the mineral for it, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe thinking he wants to... I don't know if he's going to build it as part of his wall. A lot of Zergs like to just build the third hatchery inside the main as well. Hydra Den.
Hydra Den. Showing Hydra Den. What?
This is old school. I like it, actually. I mean, now what is TerrOr going to do, right? This could be like a lurker timing. This could be a 2-hatch Hydra pressure. And obviously it could still very much be just standard Muta as well. So
we put a Spire down as well, Machine.
Yeah, I like this play from XiaoShuai. It's probably going to just be Spire. There we go. Third hatchery is down. Continuing the drone production.
Maybe he'll build 1 to 2 Hydra just for the Wraith, so he doesn't lose any Overlords, and then switch it to Muta.
Yeah, that's a pretty common way to play. And I think you're right. That actually makes the most sense. 1 or 2 Hydra, you can continue droning, keeping those Overlords alive so that he doesn't get supply blocked going into building some Muta. So, looking pretty good from XiaoShuai so far.
Yeah, 2 Hydra, just kind of protecting both of the mineral lines, protecting the Overlords, and then going to go from there. Oh, going to catch this Vulture?
Oh, the Wraith could kill the Hydra.
Gets that Vulture. I feel like, that's a little bit of a misstep there. Probably wants to keep it. Hydra here, not going to allow this Wraith to get any more Overlord kills whatsoever.
Nope. Ooh, Wraith doing, got a good shot off on that Overlord. I was wondering if he'd maybe try to target the Hydra, but I guess that would have been pretty greedy.
Yeah, especially with their Hydra out, but we see 3 Hydra now. 4, but the Muta are being made now.
Now, if you're TerrOr, right, you see 3 Hydras, that's got to make you a little hesitant to just build a bunch of Valkyries, right?
I would think so. Like, last time I checked, Valkyries don't shoot down Machine. They don't hit ground units.
Yeah, I think you're right about that one.
I don't know if you want to start adding those units in, seeing only Hydra.
Well, looks like he will be doing it, and probably a right call. Once that Spire's up, you can always build, the potential to build Muta is always there.
Oh, it's a lurker bust. It's a lurker bust, Machine.
Wow.
So we're going to show 3 Muta like we built them, and then we're just going to go all in with lurkers. Now, I could be wrong here, but I thought when Nyokin played, I thought he played XiaoShuai, or maybe it was a different Chinese Zerg. They did the same thing. They showed a couple Muta and then went immediate lurkers against the Valk build.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right about that. I think it was Nyokin and XiaoShuai.
And I think XiaoShuai showed the Muta. You make a bunch of Valkyries because you see Muta, and then all of a sudden 5 lurkers in the front of your base with 1 bunker and 4 Marines, and you're like, oh, I'm dead.
TerrOr needs to scout this somehow. I don't know how else he's going to be able to hold it, right? Like, he's making a bunch of Valkyries into lurker.
Yeah,
He's got it. Something's got to be triggering. Like,
Yeah.
He's only seen 3 Muta this whole time.
It's like, what are we doing? Well, there's only 3 Muta. Oh, we're still making Valkyries. Stim just started, so we're going to have
If he had 2
9,
bunkers
10,
as
11
natural,
Marines here versus
Too many.
a lot of Lings and a lot of lurkers, and we just got the comp set up. Here we go. The bust is going to begin. XiaoShuai burn those lurkers. Can TerrOr get anything
there's
done
no
here?
comp
Lings
set.
on the bunker.
No
No
vision.
scan. Not looking good here for TerrOr. No stim on these Marines. XiaoShuai just busting down the front.
Wow. Amazing timing. I mean, this was just the right choice, it feels like, from XiaoShuai. I don't know how TerrOr's going to be able to retake the natural here, and I mean, this might even be a game, actually.
I think so. XiaoShuai, man, just lethal with his builds.
Yeah, just had the perfect timing picked. As you said, really kind of throwing TerrOr off, made just a few muta there to do nothing, to force constant Valkyrie production, and then was like, you know what? I'm going to make some lurkers and just go end this game right now. So, wow, very well done. Good build choice there from XiaoShuai, and he will go up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, we know TerrOr is known for the tricky builds. XiaoShuai showed, hey, I got some tricks up my sleeve as well. I mean, I think phenomenal counter. Totally kind of just put TerrOr in the situation to make 3 Valkyries that were useless for the actual build that XiaoShuai was doing. So really well played from him. I mean, just a little bit of mind games there kind of gets him the win.
Yeah, a little bit in mind games. It's nice to see an adjustment to the meta, right? But we know Valkyrie builds have been popularized for at least a season or two now of ASL, BSL. So wow, like what a great way to make short work of that build, honestly, from XiaoShuai. And yeah, with that, at least it's gonna end up being TerrOr's map choice here. We saw him pull out some unorthodox eBay blocking on Dark Origin to kind of kick things off against StRyKeR. So kind of, wonder if maybe he might go for something like that, or, at least what map is he going to... Oh, okay, Polypoid. Good choice.
Keep it standard. Gonna keep it standard.
Yeah, gonna keep it standard, gonna keep it safe. Strong 4-player map. Everyone's played a billion games of this, so I think this is gonna be a pretty good call here from TerrOr. But with that, both of our players are ready here, folks, so let's jump into game number 2 of XiaoShuai versus TerrOr. And spawning at the top right position as the red Terran, it is TerrOr.
And in the bottom right, 1 win away from making it to the round of 16, it is XiaoShuai. Now, Machine, do you go with the same build choice, knowing what the counter was that game? Or do you just mix it up?
I don't know. I think you could mix it up. We saw the 2.5 hatch variant last game. It'd be cool to see maybe just aggressive 2-hatch muta out of XiaoShuai. We know he's got the control for it. But I think the world is his oyster right now. He can kind of do anything he wants, and it's probably going to be fine. Oh man, look at that! 8 racks, forward 8 racks out of here by TerrOr. And I know you know that I say this a lot, but TerrOr probably has the best 8 racks opener of, any Terran in the foreign scene. He just does it so well. He is not all in at all with it, by the way. Like, he will be able to retreat wall off with this barracks, should there be a need to, or he might just right out kill XiaoShuai to start this game off.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, XiaoShuai is going to scout it, so he's going to know exactly what's coming and be able to prepare, but he does go 12 hatch here, so I think that's a positive there for TerrOr.
Yeah, it's going to be a 12 hatch here. I mean, as long as XiaoShuai doesn't get too greedy with his pool timing, he should be able to hold this, as you said. And yep, we're seeing him pull the drone back. XiaoShuai did actually make another drone, so this is going to be an 11 pool. There we go. Pool is down. He's going to need to pull drones here, and TerrOr knows it. Not getting the gas inside the main yet, which I think is the right call against the forward 8 racks. And here we go. Marines and SCVs streaming across the map here. Drones starting to try to get a little bit of damage done on that SCV inside the main. But TerrOr, I mean, he's just known for his control here. We know that this bunker is going to be going down here shortly. Wow, places the bunker pretty far out. I'm a little shocked by that.
I think we're going to try to hop to it and see what we can do. We can keep making bunkers, but I don't know if it'll be enough. We pull a lot of drones here. Let's see how many we can kill. One drone down. Bunker up. 2 drones down. Huge already. One more needed for some serious damage, but 2 is pretty good.
TerrOr is so good at this 8 racks, man. He is just such a nuisance to deal with for Zerg. Another drone
3
going
drones.
down.
4 drones. Damage is done, machine. 4
Yeah.
drones plus a couple sunk-ins here.
Yeah, TerrOr doesn't really need to commit to this. Back to
He's
he
gonna
should
cancel
probably
those
back
2
up.
bunkers. Yeah, that's what I figured he'd do. I mean, killed 3 drones and forced out 2 sunkens. He's got to feel fantastic.
I think it was 4
What's
drones
that,
even killed.
What's that drone count say there?
Yeah,
Machine?
6. 6 to the 16 of TerrOr. You know, that did quickly ramp up to 10, but still, TerrOr's got to be feeling great about how this early game went.
Yeah, I mean, getting that many drones, forcing out 2 sunkens, like, you know you've done significant damage. You know you're ahead. So second rack's going down here for TerrOr, making sure he doesn't lose some kind of ling all in. Gonna amp up production while just constantly producing SCVs. Keep the pressure on here.
I'm surprised TerrOr's not just full backing with his 4 Marines in the bunker and the SCV, but I guess he wants a little bit of a contain for a bit, maybe.
Yeah, I guess he's like, I've committed to these. We'll leave him here. Oh, we're killing that creep colony. It's blocking the gas and probably the top mineral patch, but TerrOr, phenomenal position.
Yeah, really good start this game from TerrOr. As I was saying, I don't think anyone 8 racks is as good as him, so it's nice to see you know, him show it off against such high level competition like XiaoShuai.
Yeah, TerrOr can take on anybody. Super strong player, super Gosu, ready to get going. But XiaoShuai gonna get to that probably lair tag, probably go 2 hatch of unit, just try to get some damage of his own done. See if he can pull this game back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he can definitely play his way out of here. We're already seeing that worker count, 20 to the 23 of TerrOr, 3rd hatchery inside the main. So although he has been thrown off his game a little bit, he's recovering quite well.
Yeah, we'll see with TerrOr. Is he going to go with a 4 racks type of play? Is he 4 racks plus 1? Or is he going to go for factory quickly? We'll see what he wants to transition to from this position.
Yeah, he probably is just going to go into standard bio. We saw the Academy down, eBay going down now as well. So XiaoShuai going to get on that bunker, get a few free Marines, so well done from him. That should give some map control, but actually it's going to be TerrOr moving out. Oh, and I don't see a sunken at the natural. I think this could be it. Really, I think
trying to push his lead. All these lings on move command. TerrOr says, thank you, I'll take those for free. And oh man, we're going to put 1, 2 more sunkens down. 3 more creep colonies go down, but is it enough, machine? Can we just stim in?
I think it's too late, man. I think TerrOr's done it here.
2 Evo chambers going down, 2nd sunken going down. Is the block enough? TerrOr running through. Snipes the first sunken.
Yeah, does a great job sniping that first one down. 2nd sunken going down now. 3rd sunken being targeted. We're seeing the Evo chambers get canceled here. Drones trying to get on top of the fire bats and the bio. Man, XiaoShuai doing a little better than I thought this was going to go. He might hold somehow. Never mind. A couple more Marines coming here, and they're going to finish that off.
Wow. He's actually done it. He's busted it at least a bit. Even though he's not won the game right now, another round of just major damage. 3 more creep colonies into sunkens, some more drones. TerrOr sitting in a fantastic position.
Yeah, we're seeing 2 Marines stim in here, getting on top of this clump of Muta, and 1 Muta even going down.
1 Muta.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's big damage when you're already down so many units.
Fire back gets a couple more Zerglings, so that's pretty good.
And now, I mean, TerrOr could just do whatever. He's got to know he's in such a strong position. We see turrets going down everywhere. XiaoShuai trying to hang on here, building some additional drones to try to recover his position. Only 3 mutas on the map, so I think there's about double turret count compared to how many mutas there are right now.
Yeah, I don't think these muta are gonna be able to get too much done.
Yeah. 2 more mutas, so at least he's got enough to start one-shotting Marines. Maybe that's a way to get back into this one. But, you know, we're already at the 8-minute mark, and XiaoShuai is no closer to a third base or hive, both which he desperately needs to be able to hang on in this one.
Yeah, TerrOr getting his tech up as well. Once we get vessels out, I don't see how we can hold third base with the vessel. Bio on the field. TerrOr gonna get another scout, it looks like, in here. Or maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like at least Muta trying to shark around, trying to look for stray Marines from XiaoShuai here, but there's just not many holes in TerrOr's defense right now.
Yeah, getting done what he can. Picks off 2 SCVs, trying to find any little piece that'll help him get an advantage back, or at least get even in this game. Trying to take his third far away. Bunch of drones here again from XiaoShuai, up to 30 drones.
Yeah, we're seeing some accidental drone rallies going towards the center of the map. TerrOr does scout that out.
Looking for the hidden bases. He's like, where'd you hide that third one, man? But it's not hidden, TerrOr. He just put it in the bottom left.
No sunkens. I feel like if you're TerrOr, you could just move out here in a second. And that's how you kind of start applying some pressure. Definitely don't let this game slip away from you, you know?
Yeah, I think you see no sunkens, no units. I think you got to start thinking about starting to stream across and get after it. Oh, we are going to have a tank push with this. Tank, vessel, 3 tank, vessel push. Very strong. Knows that XiaoShuai doesn't have much.
Yeah, XiaoShuai, it's kind of a great call because given XiaoShuai's position, there's no way he's ever just going to be able to run this over with pure muta, right? So he needs these lurkers just to try to help defend, but siege tanks are so great against low numbers of early lurkers without swarm.
Yeah, I think once his vessel's out and siege is done, we're going to start moving across the map. He has enough turrets. He doesn't really need to worry and leave an army at home. Forcing some stims out. XiaoShuai is just poking in and out. Poking in and out.
Yep, and here we go. 3 tanks moving out. There are 5 lurkers being morphed on the high ground. Sounds like Muta grabbing a couple kills inside the main here, but likely those Muta's going to end up fizzling out here shortly.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to go for the middle line. They're flying over turrets now, trying to pick off stuff as they can. But at the same time, we have TerrOr just moving across the map. Oh, he sees those lurkers.
Siege tanks coming in here. We see siege being activated, and XiaoShuai going to be forced to move back here. But an instant siege of the 3rd tank. Already just, I mean, TerrOr getting right inside XiaoShuai's face here, forcing him to move back.
Yeah, TerrOr just kind of moving down here, slowly pushing, creeping in, going to get those tanks set up outside of XiaoShuai's natural and try to bust through right here and end this game.
Ooh,
no.
siege in range. Oh, D-Matrix, great response there.
Just save it.
I mean, TerrOr could just, I'm surprised he didn't try to push it with the bio there. There's no lurkers, but XiaoShuai looks like he wants to counter. Maybe it's the right call. I don't know, though. There is a bunker at that natural, and of course, it's right where TerrOr's rally is.
Yeah, I think he's trying to buy Hive time for the Hive to finish with the Defiler Mound. So we'll see if he can get that done in time. Defiler Mound is done. Consume is upgrading. Will he be able to buy enough time to continue this match on? If he doesn't, TerrOr will break through and tie this series up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like that's a no. There's just 3 tanks shelling away at the econ, right? Like, XiaoShuai can't even mine his natural gas. It's about to go down. He's already been down so many units. He's got to be feeling like this is getting close to the end here.
Yeah, he's trying to buy what time he can. Needs to get a Defiler out, though. I'm not sure why we haven't made a Defiler yet. Get it ready to consume. TerrOr Eco massive. 50 SCVs, 2 bases. I just don't see a Defiler anywhere, Machine.
I think he's making one in the main.
Okay,
Yeah, there we go. Just started it.
I think XiaoShuai is collecting his thoughts about this
More
game.
red moving across the map here from TerrOr. He's realized he's got this.
Yep.
Nice siege tank shot. And XiaoShuai going to be forced to move away here towards his third base. We might actually get a consume and a couple Dark Swarms down now. But, I mean, so much damage has been done here.
Looks like we are, but you're right, Machine. I think the damage has been done. We've evacuated the drone line. We've been... Oh! Can we kill this army off? I don't know about that, but at least we're going to force it back. I would have loved to see him just target down the hatchery with the tanks.
Still, great reaction, great
massive
pullback.
amount of scans. You heard like 5 go off. I think he's looking for that third base.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's going to find it bottom left. We see TerrOr's force moving out now. So XiaoShuai trying to grab what he can, trying to create a little bit of space here with these initial Dark Swarms. But he's got to hang on to some of these Defilers and eventually get to Plague Tech or something because these vessels are going to prove to be such a nuisance for XiaoShuai to handle.
Yeah, we see him trying to go to this base over here. 4 lurkers up there. Can TerrOr break in there before more units come? But the Nidus is already set up.
Yeah, XiaoShuai gonna be forced to react here. Goes through the Nidus to try to save this third base positioning. TerrOr just pressing forward.
TerrOr doesn't know what a missed shot is. Never missed a low ground and a high ground shot with these tanks, ever.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
He's a
If this were me,
champion.
Machine, my Dragoons would have missed every shot. Those lurkers would have took no damage. They're like, nah, we're not going to hit any of those things.
I don't think your Dragoons would have even tried to fire, dude.
They would have froze before they got to the ramp. They were like, now we're frozen. We're good. We're not going to do anything.
Oh, okay.
Why shoot at them when we can just freeze here?
Man, it's actually kind of nuts that this game is still going on to me a little bit. Like, somehow, some way, XiaoShuai is like fighting from like the depths of hell to continue this game, and we're slowly getting more drones at a third base, right? Like, we're picking off vessels somehow. Like, this is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Zerg
got it
never
by
out of
any
it, right?
means, but yeah, this is nuts.
Never out with a Defiler tech.
Nope. Yeah, once that Defiler gets alive, it's a tough one for Terrence sometimes. So, second starport finally starting to get added in here. More and more lurkers are falling, and yeah, you can see 4 Zerglings and a Defiler with no energy are all that XiaoShuai has at his own natural right now.
Yeah, he's just holding on, trying to make plays, hoping TerrOr maybe throws a little bit into him where he can get some crazy stuff to happen. I mean, TerrOr
Dream
61, Plague. Yeah, Dream Plague. Oh, stuff like this, Machine, where we start picking up drops.
Yeah,
Little
that
things
helps.
just to annoy and frustrate TerrOr, you know? I think this is a weird spot always to be in as a player when you're so far ahead and it's like, oh, it's not over yet, and you're trying to close it out. Like, you kind of feel some of that pressure to try to end the game.
You know, I think, like, we just need a Dream Plague. Oh, here we go. Yeah, TerrOr, now that he's adding these Fire Bats in, even the Swarm's not really going to save him.
Not without any lurkers.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, does get a vessel there. Very nice. But, yeah, this is...
Slowly
always tough.
finally end up breaching this game. Oh, snipes to hatchery. Well played by TerrOr there.
Yeah, big pickup. I mean, there's no way that's not painful for XiaoShuai. Does get another swarm down, though, which means he should be able to hold this natural a little bit longer with these lurkers trailing in. One more vessel gonna fall. Oh, nope, they split. I lied. Caster Curse.
Again.
Oh, man, but so many Fire Bats coming in here that TerrOr can actually just A-move with this.
Those two vessels down. We're losing a lot of high-tech units, though, here in Machine. Like, we want to keep that vessel count up, but we are for it. That'll probably seal the deal.
I think so, especially with the fire bats here. Fire bats doing some pretty good damage to these lurkers. You know, it does suck that he's losing his vessels though. That's about the worst thing he could lose for TerrOr. Big plague going down. Ooh, you always love seeing that for Zerg.
Man, that's why I was like, you want to win? You're gonna work for it.
Yeah, like, he's tiring him out for the next game. That's what he's doing, you know?
I'm just gonna keep slowly making you work for it.
TerrOr has a 4th base now, mid-right. 3rd gas down. I'd expect to see, maybe once he gets a couple more vessels, he'll likely go into BC tech. Yep, we see that physics lab already down. Very standard late game TerrOr play here. Even taking a command center top left. I like the guarding medic with that SCV top left, you know?
Just in case, you know?
Just in case. And big irradiate's going down on these remaining defilers here for XiaoShuai, but there's just so many fire bats.
Yeah, TerrOr just up over 100 supply here. Able to finally push through, I think. I think he's going to try to end this here.
Yeah, he probably could. No defiler left. Oh, I lied. Defiler comes in just in the nick of time with a big dark swarm.
Oh,
but
no.
Double dropship in the main.
There it is. Double drop. Coming in hot.
Ooh, man. I mean, he somehow holds the natural, but yeah, this 3rd base is donezo, and from there, that should be the game. Unless the miracle 4 HP lurker hangs on.
It was holding on for as long as it could.
You did a pretty good job, I gotta say.
But yeah, the 3rd is being busted as well as the 4th. The natural is still under siege. XiaoShuai here, definitely in a lot of trouble. TerrOr trying to close this out.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his best to close this one out. Big flock of Scourge moving across the map here. So he might just try to kill off a couple more vessels here, collect his thoughts, but this should be it.
By a couple more vessels, you mean almost all of them, then yes.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I don't know how he's doing it.
All right, I think
big lurker spines.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, this is kind of funny at this point. Oh man, XiaoShuai is such a beast. I can't believe he's hung on this long.
He's like, I will not give up a game easy. You want it? We're gonna go the distance.
Yeah, he's like making a statement just by still being here, honestly. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if TerrOr didn't have 5 bases or 3 mining ones, I'd say, okay, you know, you think he's got 1 or, you know, you could hold on, but he's got a lot of bases.
Big plague coming in here. Huge plague. Oh, you got a dark swarm, dude. Come on, this was not the time to not dark swarm. There we go.
Oh, man.
I mean, might as well plague it again, right?
Oh, counterattack.
Ling counter timing top left. What is going on here, man? Why is this game not done? This is crazy.
That's why I just holding on.
All right, big lurker spines here. But this is, yeah, going to be the 3rd gas down now for XiaoShuai. Couple Lings still doing some damage to that mineral line here. That medic actually came in handy, top left, I gotta say. Saved some of his buddies.
Yep.
And the BC's coming in, and that's got to be it. GG is called from XiaoShuai, and suddenly, man, we have a tied-up series here in winter finals. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that was the game. Was a little bit drawn out there. XiaoShuai just kept battling. He's like, TerrOr, you want this game? I'm going to make you do everything and hit your build and get after it. But really strong opening there with the 8 racks. You know, very popular right now, especially on maps that you can wall behind. So we have a series tied 1-1. We get to have a 3rd game.
If you're TerrOr, do you go for another 8 racks, given how well that went?
Might be worth it, right? If you feel like, hey, that guy didn't defend well, he was greedy, he still cut corners and making that pool later, like, I might just go for it again. Why not?
Yeah, if you're XiaoShuai, you're definitely a little tripped up. But, I mean, that being said, I felt like XiaoShuai was dead about 10 times in that game and still managed to just draw it out and make quite the game of it. So if you're XiaoShuai, you probably just kind of shake it off and say, you know what, like let's just get a better start this time, and we could definitely take this guy. So yeah, man, that was a pretty crazy game. I couldn't believe how long the game kept going and how many times XiaoShuai had some very clutch holds. But TerrOr proven to be a terror.
Yeah, he was a monster that game. So game number 3 incoming here. Retro is the selection of XiaoShuai. Pretty
Yeah,
standard map, right? Pretty standard here. Retro, nothing super crazy, nothing super weird. A lot of bases. I'm imagining we're going to see a pretty standard game from XiaoShuai saying, hey, just want to get into it.
Yeah, I think you're definitely onto something, man. But with that, both of our players are ready to go, so let's jump into it here, folks. It's going to be XiaoShuai versus TerrOr, Game 3. And spawning top right of Retro as the red Terran from Peru, it's TerrOr.
And in the bottom left, Chinese Zerg, it is XiaoShuai. Now, Machine, could we see the patented BBS, baby, right in the middle of the map?
I mean, it's always a possibility. I don't think TerrOr would bust out a BBS against XiaoShuai. And if he did, I don't think this is the best positions for it, like being just cross-mapped like this. So I hope we get to see a standard game. I don't know. Maybe I'm just greedy.
Machine, I want a little more excitement. I want a little more BBS excitement. Come on, we could have seen it here. Could have got crazy. Knowing this guy's going to 12 hatch, just go for it.
Yeah, and he likely will 12 hatch. I mean, you can still hold things like BBS with a 12 hatch, no problem. I mean, I don't want to say no problem, but it's very possible. But yeah, if you're XiaoShuai, you're definitely thinking cheese after, the start of that last game. But at the same time, you can't let it affect your build, right? You can't try to go with some silly overpool opener ZVT and just try to make it work just in case. Like, you gotta get your bases, you gotta get your drone count up if you're playing Zerg.
Yeah, no, I think it's for XiaoShuai keeping it standard, feeling like, hey, I have a good advantage. I'm just gonna press it on. I think it's totally fine. Now we have a much more standard build here, Machine. I think this is going to be 2-hatch Muta, right? Like we went 12, 11, 10, or we're going to 12, 11, 11, I guess, here. Whereas last couple games, he's been going 12, 12, 12.
I don't think this is standard. I think this is even worse than the game before. This almost looks like a 3-hatch, maybe. Oh, he does take the gas in the main. But that is delayed, for sure. So,
well,
likely going to be a 2.5.
Yes, man. Oh, would he build a proxy factory over here? Oh my goodness, Machine. He saw the Overlord. He knows he's here. No, he didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. That was an odd scout pattern. He does make a factory inside his own main, though, to the left. I wonder if that's to float, or...
I would imagine to float it out, but I would have thought maybe TerrOr just would have put it down over there just to get the vulture there quickly.
Yeah, maybe? I don't know. This factory placement's kind of throwing me off a little bit. I don't know why he would put it there. Maybe XiaoShuai doesn't expect like a gas opener this game or something is my guess, or maybe that's what he's hoping for. But
yeah, I would imagine he's gonna float it again, but I don't know if I see the value other than just not being letting an Overlord see it.
So we do have 2 Overlords moving across the map, though, for XiaoShuai. Eventually, that Overlord on the right will get to that natural. But yeah, XiaoShuai hasn't really been able to see much yet, right? Maybe TerrOr's taking a natural. Maybe, it's hidden barracks or something. He doesn't have a whole lot of info to really work with. And yeah, in fact, he's going to make the right call, and he's going to make an early sunken, but... he very easily could have not and taken some serious damage.
Well, I guess he saw the wall and then saw 1 Marine. He's like, well, what are you really doing back there, right? Like,
yeah.
There's just 1 Marine. I mean, come on. So We'll see how XiaoShuai responds this game. Ooh, third hatchery going down, looks like, Machine.
Yeah, it looks like it. His reaction the first game was get a Hydroden and a Spire and just do whatever you want. So he could do something similar here as well.
Yeah, right now it seems like he's happy just going 3 hatch and getting after it from there.
Yeah, third hatchery is down in the main here. No gas. Psych, he took the gas at his natural. So yeah, going to be pretty good, pretty well timed second gas, I'd say. No additional vultures out of TerrOr. Command center at the natural is almost up. So we're likely just going to end up seeing, just based on the last games, that Valkyrie opener out of TerrOr here.
Yeah, I gotta pick the first Overlord off, and then probably get a second at least, I would think, in the main, now especially the supply block. But yes, we have that eBay armory after for the Valk build.
Overlord barely going to get past by this Wraith. Not quite in vision, but TerrOr trying to get his Wraith there as quickly as possible to at least get one more Overlord here, I think.
Yeah, I think he should be able to get at least one more, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So Spire is done, but Wraiths kill Overlords pretty quickly here. So this should be a dead Overlord. Maybe you go for 2?
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine you have to try to get a second one and then get out.
Scourge. That's Scourge, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think it might die. It's right next to the Wraith here. Oh, he's so good. Man, he dodged it, and he's on his way out. Still, though, XiaoShuai stalking this Wraith with 2 Scourge here. He's going to try his best never to let this Wraith get home. And actually, TerrOr does it, man. He jukes, and he is out of there. Muta's moving across the map, though. He still hasn't given up on killing this Wraith. Oh, misses because the Scourge don't quite have the same sight range here.
Man, TerrOr just having all the jukes, all the moves, man. Not letting that Wraith go down easy. Oh, no turrets here at the natural, though, Machine.
Oh, that's a big mistake here. We do have a couple Valkyries, but yeah, you need to have some turrets up if you're trying to hold against XiaoShuai Mutas. So first SCV goes down here. Scourge diving onto one of the Valkyries. It goes down instantly, and suddenly XiaoShuai in a pretty strong position here.
Oh no, he's trying to get the other Valve, Machine.
Oh, the repair though? Oh, the repair is good. Oh man. Gets a couple big volleys, and then 2 more turrets finish off a few of those mutas, and yeah, that's going to be the end.
That Wraith got another kill somewhere.
No way. Killed another Overlord? That's nuts.
Got something done. Wow.
Yeah, wow indeed, man. That was insane. TerrOr will hang on for now, but I gotta say, that was some pretty big damage here from XiaoShuai. Already lost 2
Valkyries, right? And some SCVs. Like, that's an expensive trade.
For sure. We see he has map control as well with the mutas for now. TerrOr, no second gas quite yet. Going to, I think, need that if he's going to continue this Valk production into Bio here soon. Wraith getting some additional scouting info. We'll see that third hatch positioning, spires, drones for XiaoShuai. And yeah, so it sees everything. Queen's Nest, Evo. Ooh, SCV's going down in the main here. Oh! Nice pickup on yet another Valkyrie.
Getting some more damage done. This Valkyries are still chasing. Oh, gonna pick up an Overlord. But I don't know, man. I look at that worker count again, and I'm a little nervous for TerrOr.
Yeah, I mean,
26 to 31.
Yeah, it's not many SCVs for sure. The longer this game goes, I feel like XiaoShuai just has it based on eco. Ooh, but nice pickup here.
Catching him, man.
The Wraith even coming in, doing a little additional damage here. I mean, can't ever count out Bio, man. Bio is pretty tough. We're seeing a lot of red streaming across the map here.
Yeah, good move outcome. I mean, if we kill 4 Overlords, I mean, Oh, big pickup of the Scourge. Are we gonna lose all these Overlords, Machine?
I
This is
think
gonna be
we
a
are.
massive supply block.
I don't think he even realized that TerrOr was moving out. Oh, that's a lot of mutas though. TerrOr trying to get a good shot off from those Valkyries, not quite able to do so. There is another Overlord he could just pick off here, and yeah, it looks like that's what he's gonna. Never mind. That's what he was gonna go for, but going to end up pulling
he's
back.
worried about staying in the middle of the unreachable terrain for the ground units because of how much Muta Scourge there are. Because I feel like we've non-stop Muta production right now, Machine.
Yeah, I think you're right. There is another Valkyrie inside the main. Maybe TerrOr's just going to pull back and wait for some additional Valkyries before engaging. But here we go. Nice big shot there from TerrOr, softening up a lot of those Mutalisks from XiaoShuai. 2 more Valkyries coming in here.
Wow. And only Muta Ling Scourge. Are we trying to go some kind of Guardian build?
I think he just thought he was ahead. He just needed more units.
Here we go. TerrOr said, I've had enough. We're going to try to break. Can he stop these 4 Valks? Scourge coming in.
Huge shots from those Valkyries onto that Mutaflock. But, oh my gosh, the bio is just so strong. And 1 Valkyrie even staying alive here. More and more Mutas trying to rally in, but TerrOr just has too much bio.
The Valks, man, ate up so much damage and then just gave out so much as well. Like, these Mutaball did not matter. I think XiaoShuai may clean it up.
Barely, man. If he holds it, this is just so insane, man. The Champignon, he's doing it.
Not messing around, man. He said, I'm going to show people what's up. I'm going to try to get out of this group in first place. These players don't scare me. Now look at the worker count, Machine.
Yeah, 41 to the 24 of XiaoShuai. Once again, XiaoShuai Eco is just crippled, unfortunately, from this timing. Second factory going down? That is not usual, I feel like, from TerrOr, but still. We're seeing more and more Mutalisks being built here. Hive Tech is completed, but it's just Muta Ling, Razz. That's it.
Yeah, Muta Ling Guardian. Is that what we're going into? I'm not quite sure. I'm sure what this build is. We don't even have a Greater Spire. We're just Ling Muta Scourge right now.
Yeah, no Defiler, no... I mean, you know, at least I don't even... Get an Ultra Cavern or something, you know? Like, what's the hype for at this point? But yeah, we are at least seeing more and more drones, adrenal glands. Yeah, that's helpful for sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, wow. That's what the second factor is for. He's going mines
Vultures. Yeah, I wonder if he's looking to go full mech switch.
I think he is. I think you're absolutely right. Ooh, Muta's coming in here. There is a couple scores to deal with this Valkyrie. Valkyrie goes down, but Vessel remains, and that's really what matters here. Oh, I lied. It died.
Machine, come on. You know you can't call things out here today. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, seriously, man. Look at how fast those cracklings just tear down. That was like 3 cracklings on a bunker. Man.
They were ready to just snipe that thing, and then those SCVs said, no thanks, man. I'm going to repair this bad boy.
Do have some mutas remaining. Oh, wow. Actually able to pick up some pretty big SCV kills at that third base. Still, though, TerrOr does have more vessels on the way. And still building that.
I feel like TerrOr has a big advantage, but I'm like, where is his army, man? Like, what do we have for units?
Yeah.
Like, I see 3 vultures, 5 marines, and then nothing.
I think it is a mech switch, like you're saying. Yeah, it is a mech switch. And this is just that point in a game where you can get caught doing mech switches with, you know, Muta Ling like this. If he doesn't get some mutants out here pretty quickly, he's in some trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't feel like we have any units. I feel like when you mech switch, you need to have some map control, and TerrOr doesn't have map control because he has no army. Another vessels goes down. These vultures go down. This base is about to be taken out here, Machine.
Yeah, Crackling's getting onto this mineral line at the third, and suddenly TerrOr finding himself in a terrible position here.
this third base is busted. XiaoShuai taking a fourth. Some vultures are on it, but I don't know if he can deal, man.
Yeah, these Zerglings are just getting trading too efficiently here, unfortunately. And now, once again, TerrOr is down on bases, man. He's got to... I mean, these vultures need to find some insane kills for him to get back into this one. He needs to, like, run by into the main, kill every drone or something.
I don't think he expected XiaoShuai to continue pressuring it. I thought he figured XiaoShuai might back up and, you know, try to drone and get some eco, whatnot behind it after the trade of units, but that's just not the case here.
Yeah, absolutely not the case.
Oh, good irradiate.
Yeah, decent irradiate. Valkyrie did go down there, but quite a few Muta fell, and we're starting to get some Goliaths out. Still, that shows his hand. He knows now for certain this is, in fact, going to be a full-on mech switch. He does not have to worry about bio anymore. And unfortunately, I mean, XiaoShuai is kind of built to deal with that, right? Mutaling is fine versus mech for sure. And I mean, he's had a lot longer to start attaining upgrades on that Mutaling.
Yeah, I mean, not just that machine, but we have 2 bases as Terran right now with 65 SCVs. We're going to be mined out really quickly.
Yeah,
like, we need to secure the third base ASAP. Like, we need to start getting another command center down, laying mines in the middle of the map, trying to control, because, okay, we're putting a command center there. We're trying to take it back. We're going to try to take 12 o'clock. But I just think we need to really secure some bases, get mines down, try to start trading more effectively, because the Zerg economy itself is about to go boom. We're about to have Ultralisks on the field.
Yeah, it really feels like, you know, XiaoShuai is recovering quite well from the start of this. As you said, TerrOr's kind of got to sit back, so I don't mind what he's doing right now, trying to take that 12 o'clock position, taking mid-right at the same time. But this is definitely allowing XiaoShuai to get in this. Again, we have a Ultralisk Cavern down, at least with mines on the map. Ultras, you know, which he already has the tech for. Ultras don't trade great versus mines, for sure.
Yeah, I think that it's been a crazy game, man. Some major swings back and forth. It felt at one point we're like, well, XiaoShuai looks good. Oh, wait, TerrOr looks really good. Oh, my goodness, now XiaoShuai. So this game has just been the slugfest back and forth.
Yeah, man, it absolutely has. But it seems like it's kind of stabilizing right now, about even supply for both players, which, you know, leads you to believe Zerg's probably in a little bit of a better spot. Still, though, that supply for TerrOr is quite efficient, right? It's mech, it's science vessels, it's, you know, big, beefy units that are pretty tough to deal with.
Well, I don't know any unit more beefy than an Ultralisk, so we see some of those popping out on the field.
Yeah, buddy,
Not too worries.
Some
for
big
this
boys.
thing. I guess I look at this mech machine, and I see one major thing lacking. Tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely right.
Like,
we're going to need some siege tanks. Oh, we see one popping out now.
We see the solo. That's the little tank that could right there.
The little tank that could.
The little tank that could.
Ultras
Mines.
moving out here. Yeah, you can't do this. You need Overlord speed, and you got to, like, really scout
the
out.
Ultras have no health.
Yeah, that was definitely a win there for TerrOr already. Big irradiate going down on some Ultralists. I'd like to see him irradiate the Mutas, honestly. But yes, either way, good irradiates going down here. At least the Ultras and the Lings able to get onto this mineral line and start eliminating some of these SCVs here, but still, big damage for both our players here.
+4 armor Ultralisk kind of standing tall, but I'll tell you, man, no siege tanks, no problem for TerrOr.
Yeah, no siege tanks, no problem here for XiaoShuai for sure. He's got to get some mines down. He's got to get some more irradiates or something going on here, because this is pretty quickly spiraling out of control into XiaoShuai's favor.
Oh no! Oh, okay, that Ultralisk didn't go for below to go for that mine. I thought he was going to run to the mine with the SCVs. But I don't know, man. XiaoShuai just trading effectively here. Ling's Muta just killing all these heavy gas army from TerrOr. He's now on a 5th base. and then the 6th making.
Might force a
supply
lift
is
here.
plummeting from TerrOr here, right? We were at 140, we were down to 100. He just jumped it back up a bit, but he doesn't lift up. He does lift the CC.
Oh man, he's got to back out. There's too many Ultralists here now, too many Zerglings, and they're trading so efficiently versus this gas mech here.
5 armor.
I mean, XiaoShuai can basically just rally his hatcheries at this point.
Ooh, dragging mines with the Zerglings. TerrOr, though, dude, doing a great job for the little units that he has, actually holding this attack. Fantastic from him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's trading very well, making the best of the situation that he's in. But of course, main is mined out. Natural is not far away, and he is basically mining off 1.5 bases at the moment.
Yeah.
XiaoShuai, though, I mean, we're seeing the map slowly start to turn blue here. Top left, bottom right, bottom left, middle. He's just flooding units across this map here.
Yeah, I think this base is going to go down. Only 1 bunker, 5 Marines, so many Ultralists coming in. And there it is, GG from TerrOr. Wow, man, what a game.
Yeah, man. What a solid game. What a back and forth game. What a back and forth series, honestly. 1-2. But, you know, XiaoShuai coming out the victor and will take first place in this Group F. But, yeah, man, that was amazing, honestly.
Yeah, TerrOr's performance amazing as well. Super close games, right? Games 2 and 3. Like, well, game 2, TerrOr was way ahead, but game 3, very close. TerrOr showing, hey, I can make it out of this group. I can fight against a player like XiaoShuai. So really good series there. What we expect from high-level players here in the BSL.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's gonna end up falling towards the loser bracket finals of this group for sure. So going to be a big problem for either LancerX or StRyKeR moving forward here. But yeah, up next we will have LancerX PvZ versus StRyKeR to start off the losers bracket matches here. First, in map 1 being on Apocalypse. So yeah, should be an exciting one, folks. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a few minutes with that next match.
Butter is the name of a dance we do down Johannesburg way. Butter is the name of a dance we do down Johannesburg way.
Hello and welcome back, all you StarCraft fans, to the BSL. BSL17 Group F. We just saw an amazing winners final match between TerrOr and XiaoShuai. XiaoShuai, the Chinese Zerg, coming out on top and showing us some exceptional Zerg. But next up here, we have LancerX, who will be facing off in a Protoss versus Zerg against the North American Zerg StRyKeR. So yeah.
StRyKeR, very strong ZVP, man. Played a bunch of games against him. He's really solid. Hits his timings, hits his upgrades, can definitely play different styles. That 3 base Muta Scourge style, you know, Hydra Lurk, all those things. So he's really strong, and LancerX, no slouch himself. Had a tough PvZ the first matchup here. Gonna run into another one, but let's see if he can pull it out.
Yeah, when I think LancerX, I think like he's definitely got some unique timings, right? He does a lot of the like 28 probe, skip Stargate, like Zealot, like pressure that can really catch you off guard if you're not prepared for it. So StRyKeR, obviously knowing that, we'll have to see how he reacts to it. But yeah, obviously with this screen, folks, we know both of our players are ready to go. So let's jump into match number 1 here, LancerX versus StRyKeR. And spawning bottom left as the red Zerg from North America, it is StRyKeR.
And in the 12 o'clock position, your Protoss player, it is LancerX.
So Apocalypse, PvZ, Razz, give me your thoughts. Give me the deeds.
So I think this is obviously an easy third gas type of map. I think where it gets tricky in the mid game is if Zerg can get a good contain on top of those high grounds, they can kind of starve you out on your 3 bases. So I think it's really effective to make sure that you get into that like almost 6 to 8 gateway, get some control of the map, and then take that 3rd base. I think that's going to be key. The also interesting about this map here, Machine, is that the wall in the front is like a 3-gapper. Because of those rocks that are there on the right, your Forge and Gateway still only have 3 hexes that can run Lings by. So you're going to have to be careful here. StRyKeR Looking like he's going to play with the 12 hatch, though, not an overgas. So LancerX might be able to get some damage done here with this first Zealot.
We're seeing a lot of this 12 hatch play from these North American Zergs. We saw it, yesterday with Crossy, and now StRyKeR. I wonder if it's kind of a trend that feels like it's going around.
Yeah, I think we've seen a mixture even in the pro scene, where you have a lot of forge openers, so people are opening 12 hatches defending the cannon rushes, but who knows what we're going to see here. Is LancerX going to do the fake cannon rush?
Yeah, Probe's sneaking around here, definitely forcing some focus from StRyKeR to try to stay on top of it.
If I'm LancerX here, Machine, I feel great. I went 9 gate versus 12 hatch, 11 pool. Like, I should be able to get my Zealot here in a pretty good timing to get some damage done. He could not lose that probe, though, to the moving shots of StRyKeR. StRyKeR did a fantastic job harassing, but he's got to keep that alive.
Yeah, not easy to do, but LancerX actually getting a little bit of harass done himself. StRyKeR will see this Zealot immediately, and yeah, he's doing this thing where you kind of block the pathing with your drone. He's not even going to alert the Zealot. Oh man, that's. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but that is really painful for Protoss.
Yeah, especially if he can mine through it and press stop and make it just spin out of control. I mean, it's a killer, man. LancerX, bro, what a good move here. Getting this probe down here to block this third hatchery.
Drone does get the first shot off, though. So, I mean, StRyKeR is in the winning position on that fight. Forced the pylon to be made. But now Lings are out in the main. Oh, no! What? It just went... He didn't look. He wasn't paying attention. That Zealot just goes into the main here and already picks up a drone kill. That is a big deal, honestly, for StRyKeR here.
Very big deal. If he can get another one, he'd be in a great spot. If he can get 2 more, he'd be for sure ahead.
Yeah, StRyKeR definitely being thrown off his game here to kind of start. That pylon at the third, not something you're used to seeing a whole lot as a Zerg. So he's got to be thinking to himself, well, that's annoying. I got to just place my off hatchery and can't mine here immediately. That's,
Machine, that's one. Oh,
dude.
Goodness.
Amazing damage here from LancerX. What good control and poise to, look out for that drone there. But yeah, we're actually going to see some counter pressure, I'm sure, after this pylon dies. So as long as LancerX gets this cannon up in time, he should be fine.
Yeah, I think he will. I mean, I think it's definitely a huge advantage right now for LancerX in terms of just damage done.
It's 2 idle drones
going.
Starting to... That's going to be painful, man, the longer this goes on. He needs to find those.
StRyKeR just making a couple missteps here, man.
Yeah, just definitely a little thrown off, right? That third hatchery positioning, not ideal. He's only got 2 on gas in the main. There is a lair at least. It's his one saving grace here, but yeah, things all looking like they're in LancerX's favor at the moment.
Yeah, we haven't noticed those 2 drones. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, sometimes that's definitely a game breaker, but we'll have to see how he can recover. 4 Zealots moving out now from LancerX.
I wonder if StRyKeR will just go for like a 5 hatch Hydra speed overlord timing and try to break it.
Yeah, he probably could and should.
That probe helped StRyKeR.
Yeah, he found 1 drone.
Yeah.
Oh, he found both of them. There we go.
Okay.
So Zergling's doing a good job just kind of baiting this out, but actually it's going to be a big surround here. And that is a lot of Lings from StRyKeR despite the idle drones.
Yeah. So positives and negatives here for Toss is that, you force out a ton of Zerglings where you're going to lose your Zealot. I mean, look how many Lings are here. You have to know your up and workers for sure now, but now you have no pressure, so Zerg can feel free to drone nonstop.
Now, let me tell you what I'm thinking. You were already saying this is a 3-gap wall. If he's got Zergling speed on the way, I mean, this could be a little scary, right?
He could run by. You're right.
Oh, man. Oh, Zealot barely gets there in time. Oh, man. That was half a second away from being a nightmare.
Yeah. Hydra Den going down here.
All right, drones being built here from StRyKeR. Really recovering well, I gotta say. He also has a Spire in the main. Still just the 2 on gas in the main, but I think that's fine for now while he builds up this drone count. Yeah, you know, we have Protoss out on the map with the first Corsair, getting on top of this Overlord and going to force a supply block here very quickly. That's actually going to supply block before StRyKeR is able to make any Scourge.
Yeah, that's
kind
going
of
to
a
be
big
tricky here. He
deal.
might lose another Overlord, but LancerX doesn't know that, so he's pulling the back thinking, hey, I don't want to give these up.
Yeah, probably a good
my
call.
Goodness. We better be careful here, opening up this wall.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be a mistake here. But StRyKeR not going to capitalize.
Going in. Just kidding. Sees the second cannon.
So StRyKeR is on supply block now. Has that 6 hatchery. Hydra Den on the way. Continuing drone production here, but I mean, he doesn't look like he's really ready to make units yet, and we're going to have LancerX moving out on the map with his first DT.
Yeah, Overlord. Oh!
Ooh!
Lazy Scourge, man, not blowing himself up. What's he doing?
Yeah, that's my Scourge. It
Yep.
somehow teleported into this game.
Yours would have hit the other Scourge and killed both of them. No damage. No damage to this there at all.
Oh my god! He just slams face first into his buddy, like trying to kill the Corsair.
Like, no machine, you will get no kills, and I will kill the other one so that there's no damage on that Sare. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Oh, that was good, man. Got a couple DTs moving out on the map here. There is Overlords at least in positions, and I kind of like this wall that StRyKER's done at the 3rd here.
Double DT. A lot of gas committal here.
Yeah. I feel like LancerX is pretty good with these DTs. He knows when to back up. You know, he still has the option available to pull it completely far back now and make a Dark Archon or something, which he might do. He's done.
I'm a little nervous here. I'm going to tell you why.
Why is that?
Oh, never mind. There's 2 Templar. I thought there were no Templar. I was like, we don't have any Templar. Like, this timing with no Storm will kill you if you don't have Storm ready to go with a couple Templar. Like, there's so many Hydra with this build. Like, his drone count just went up to 41, but before that it was pure Hydra. So if you're no Storm yet, see, there is a window here with this 5-hatch type builds that can really catch you off guard. But the 2 DT are wrecking this Zerg army here, so that might be a saving grace here for LancerX.
Yeah, those were some pretty big free pickups there from the DTs. We have the weird, like, 3 Corsair thing in the main. I was seeing this yesterday and today, and I mean, those are basically saying, like, Scourge me, like, I'm free, yeah. You know, like, I don't ever like moving out with Corsairs without, you know, having at least like 6 or 7 to one-shot Scourge, or just keep them with your army. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's definitely something that's challenging. I think that we watch the Korean pros play and their Sarah just constantly moving around the map, picking off Overlords and stuff like that. Like, not an easy thing to do.
No, definitely not.
But I think the issue here from LancerX is he hasn't really gotten on the map enough. So StRyKER's drone at 53. Like,
yeah,
you know, you need to have some map presence to push on to Zerg to force them to make more units, because if he gets this 4th up for free and gets to 65 drones, like, the game becomes so much harder.
I mean, at the same time though, is there an opportunity where, like, maybe StRyKER did just over drone, right? Like, he does have a 4th base. He does have, as you said, more drones than Protoss has probes. Maybe LancerX just needs to consolidate and push his army across the map.
No, I agree. I think that'd be great to put some pressure on here and try to get across the map ASAP. You see him chasing Hydra around. I like to see him just go. He is on 8 gateways, so his production should be pretty crazy. But StRyKER doing a good job of drawing this map at... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that DT, if he went in there, that would be big.
He didn't see any creeps, so he's like, oh, there's nothing there. But there is, LancerX. There is.
There's no observer yet, which is the one scary thing, because now we know StRyKeR does have that lurker tech up, and that's going to make him significantly more difficult to attack into.
Yeah, especially on the high ground there, life just becomes so much harder to go up. So he is 8 gateway, so he's gonna have to make some sort of move out here, right? Like we went 8 gateway, 1 expand. We probably should try to get it, but oh my goodness,
Lurker is gonna catch the Templar, and this is
oh
a
no,
bit of a
put
weird
them together,
situation.
StRyKeR.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He does move them in time, fortunately, but that will give away that StRyKeR is in fact on lurker tech at this point.
Yeah, we're taking a third base, which is fantastic. I think that one thing StRyKeR might be thinking about, depending on what this containment looks like here, or at least the defense, he could mute a switch. There are no more Scourge on, no more Sarah on the map that we've been seeing. Maybe pick off some Templar, but here we go, man. I think LancerX may go around to this other ramp and come down. Yeah, I would do the same thing. I'd come down here, attack in here with my army, and force the Zerg to come down through the choke.
It looks like that's exactly what he's doing here, and I don't know if StRyKeR's really in position to defend this. Yeah, there's 4 lurkers there, but half of them aren't burrowed. He doesn't even see it. I can't believe he can't see that. That's crazy. Are those Hydrals blind? Did a Terran blind them with a medic? Why did they not see that? That's crazy.
Only possible answer is that's what happened. Terran even running this game. Unbelievable.
Big storm going down onto that group of Hydralists, and suddenly LancerX is on top of this counter immediately being pushed out here from StRyKeR. That is absolutely a dead third base, which means, you know, StRyKeR going to end up trading his 4th for Protoss 3rd here, but he's still got a hold, remember.
Yeah, he's got a hold, and this is a pretty big Protoss army here. There's one right there.
Oh, there it is.
Coming in, but I don't know if StRyKeR has enough to hold, man.
Yeah, you gotta burrow the lurkers. There we go. Oh man, it was looking pretty close, but maybe LancerX might be able to continue pushing here. We see StRyKeR retreating back with some of his Hydralists. He might have enough to hold here, it looks like.
I think this would be just enough to hold, but he lost a lot of drones at that base. LancerX putting that third base up right away. Again, I mean, he might be okay here. He still has a pretty big army supply lead, so he should probably be able to try to push to a 4th. StRyKeR not moving these Hydra away. I think he knows that LancerX has been thinking about this DT drop, but
yeah, at least, I mean, he is prepared for it. He's done a great job. He's really kind of committed those Hydras from pretty early on. Ooh, I wonder if he sees the shuttle. That would be big if he picks that up.
Oh, units getting caught here can't happen. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The way that there's no armor upgrade, so it went +2 attack before armor, which means this army is going to trade super ineffectively for Protoss here, man. The Hydras are already +1, possibly +2. Yeah, +2 already versus no armor. You're going to see these Zealots and Goons just melt.
Yeah, big lurker spines going down on these Zealots and Dragoons. Looks like more Hydras kind of trailing in here.
Yeah. Pop goes the Dragoons, the new game.
And he is popping them for sure. Third base underway here. Oh, and actually he sees there is a dropship or a shuttle coming in here. Fortunately though for StRyKeR, there are Hydralists in position. And will the shuttle? Yep, 2 Templar and a shuttle down. So nothing really seems to be going LancerX's way anymore.
Yeah, right now StRyKeR just pushing these little leads here, you know, picking up units here and there, just kind of getting them ahead. Like I said, I think the upgrade choice was a bad decision there. I know he's 2-1 now, but these are +2 already. Until he gets that armor, yeah, he's so far away from that second armor. StRyKeR knows that he's going to have good windows to attack because there's just no way he can hold all of this stuff. Yeah,
big
Zealots
lurker
just
spines.
get melted by those lurkers, and these Dragoons are not going to be able to fight against any of these Hydra. And StRyKeR pushing through here for the killer blow, man.
Yeah, it looks like he's done it. This is so many Hydralists remaining. All of these probes kind of trapped out at this third base. nothing to really see the remaining lurkers, and GG is forced to be called there from LancerX. Game 1 going to StRyKeR.
Yeah, man, I thought LancerX played it well with the 8 gateways, got his army on the map, killed the 4th base, killed a lot of drones, pushed up that ramp. Just not enough units to kind of win the game. And then once he wasn't able to do that, having no upgrades on the armor just made him trade ineffectively throughout that mid game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that armor upgrade missing being a pretty key component to fighting mid game lurker Hydra, especially when you're facing someone like StRyKeR who's staying on top of those upgrades. You know, I bet the second that +1 attack was at 99%, he was spamming on his Evo chamber to get that +2 going, man. Like, he's so good about it. And yeah, I mean, StRyKeR just off to a phenomenal start here. He is such a macro monster style of Zerg, man. LancerX is going to need to do some things to throw him for a loop, which, I mean, kind of happened at the start of that one, right? Like, I mean, despite having the pool in time, the first Zealot just walked right into the main, picked off a drone immediately, got a second one before it was through, you know, and it's little plays like that that make LancerX just so strong to try to deal with, man. He's very good at it. But yeah, actually looks like StRyKeR going to be selecting Polypoid here, or not LancerX, sorry. Yeah, LancerX going to be selecting Polypoid here going into game number 2. But yeah, with that, both of our players are ready, folks. Let's jump into game number 2 of LancerX versus StRyKeR on Polypoid. And spawning bottom right side of Polypoid as the red Zerg, we have StRyKeR.
And the top left, it is LancerX.
So Polypoid, pretty standard map in just about every way. I'd say it's firmly cemented itself as a staple map in the scene at the moment. You know, it seems like that's all you hit on ladder.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys both been playing, you know, pretty well, pretty exceptional so far. I wouldn't expect to see anything, you know, too unique from either player here.
Yeah, it seems like LancerX has just been playing this 9-gate style nonstop. Probe out there early. We'll see what timing he gets his gateway, if he's able to get it at 111 or if it's going to be a little more delayed.
Now, given how game 1 just went, what adjustments would you want to see from LancerX going into game 2 here?
Well, I think we need to put a little more pressure in the mid game. I know we lost all of our zealots in the early game, but we can't allow StRyKeR to drone to just 50 drones. Like, that's going to be something. So to put some map pressure on to force out Hydralisk earlier, I think will be part number 1 that's key. And number 2, I really want to see that after the +1 attack, +1 armor. I know we keep saying it, but it really is a big deal going into the mid game.
Yeah, it absolutely is, man, especially against those lurker spines. But yeah, we're seeing nothing out of the normal here. It's going to be an overpool, actually, from StRyKeR versus this 9-gate cross map. I think overpool's fine here. There's, you know, it's not a significant advantage or a disadvantage for either player, I'd say.
Yeah, I think this is fine. And it being cross map, I'd love to see LancerX make 1 zealot and then a Nexus, and then the second zealot to protect. And definitely should not allow those drones in like the XiaoShuai. If you can keep the Lings out, if you keep the Lings out, he'll be in great shape.
What do you think of the scouting pattern from LancerX?
Not loving the scouting pattern.
Yeah, I mean, first off, didn't scout 12 o'clock.
Yeah, didn't check.
Didn't check for the Overlord. I mean, even the Zealot, he's against 2 Zerglings, which he can't know, and he's pulling back with his first Zealot. When in game 1, the first Zealot just walked right in like he owned the place and got a couple drone kills, you know? I think if you're going to go 9-gate, commit to it, you know?
You got to commit at least 1 Zealot unless it's a 9 pool.
Yeah, unless
you
it's
want
a
to back
pool.
up. Yeah, if you want to back up versus overpool, okay, like you can, but I think you can still send 1 in and try to get some damage done, force more Lings out, let them know that it's a 9-gate, but it's tough because even here versus Overpool, it's really safe to go gas first, core. Like, you're not seeing a flood of links, so you can just make 3 Zealot, hold it, go core first with the gas, get a really good Sair timing, and then drop your Forge.
I will say the StRyKeR from time to time is definitely a Zerg that, you know, will mass ling if given, you know, the circumstance against someone who's like getting greedy with going a very quick core, foregoing the Forge. So we'll have to see if that ends up being the case here. Oh, wow. Probe gets by that Zergling.
Probe. Gets in there, sees the timing of the lair. That's solid.
Yeah, it's always nice. I hope he goes core. Yep, it is going to be core. So I actually really like this choice here from LancerX.
Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Really sharp. He can just build the Forge in the main now. Not a big deal. Take a second gas. Go from there.
Yep, Forge in the main, as you say it. We have that natural nexus already completed, so he can begin mining. StRyKeR taking the 6 o'clock base as his third this game. So not too far away. Should be relatively easy to defend and all that, and that should lead him to a 4th mineral only, which is kind of the most common way to do it anyway. Core already done here for LancerX.
Yeah, should get a nice Stargate time here. Yeah, there you go. Looking good.
Yeah, looking pretty solid.
A lot of Zealots here. I like to see him take a second gas so we can have that gas influx towards the mid-game. Probe is hovering around. Didn't have enough money to build it.
I know how you feel, Probe.
Yep. Been there, done that. What's been great is he hasn't made a cannon yet, Machine. So that really helps streamline his build, right? Not having a cannon at all.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, this is such a fast Stargate. He's not even having a single cannon. That's pretty important, you know. And it looks like, oh, I thought he was gonna finally make a cannon. You should probably do it at some point, right? Like, eventually you're gonna want to move out with these Zealots, and it's just a little silly to not have a cannon past, like, you know, the 6-minute mark, I'd say.
Yeah, things become tricky, right? Like you said, if he wants to move out with the Zealots, which he probably should at least move across to force out more Zerglings, then he will need to protect his natural some way. So by having no cannon, he's most likely giving himself the chance to have a run by.
Yeah, maybe he'll be putting it down here in a second. We do have +1 at least underway here at the Forge. Ooh, Corsair jumping on a very quick Overlord here. Outside LancerX's natural, so that, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a supply block. Looks like StRyKeR already kind of preparing for it though. But yeah, nice pickup there so far for Lancer.
Yeah, looking good. Citadel's gone down a little late, but it's coming in there, so we'll have a lot of Zealots on the field with some +1. Probably won't be able to move out until like 7:30, 7:45. But as I say that, he's moving out anyway. Speed should hopefully be on the way.
Only 1 cannon at that natural too.
Speed not on the way.
There we go. Now speed on the way. Corsair's moving back, probably getting chased away by some Scourge. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty big little engagement here.
Oh yes, look at that micro.
Whoa, dude, Lancer.
Yeah, there you go.
That was nice. That was good. That was good. And these slow Zealots just gonna walk in here like they own the place. And suddenly StRyKeR in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, StRyKeR not ready for this, and his Lings got caught retreating. So now we have Muta popping with only 3 of them, and we have 2 Sair and a Dragoon, which should be able to take care of this. And the Zealots are on the sunken, and some are hitting the drones. So
yeah, Lancer's got to get out of there with those Corsairs. That's not enough to deal with this Muta count, but the damage has already been done, man. This has been a good amount of drone kills from so many slow Zealots here. Look at all the Zerglings this is forced. 6 more Corsair or Scourge coming in as well. And yeah, I want to say this has been pretty successful from LancerX so far.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a major counting here from StRyKeR with his Mass Muta Scourge. He killed a bunch of the Sair. He should be feeling good. Yeah, LancerX making more. Wouldn't even fault him to make one Archon here. You know it's the Muta, so...
Is LancerX
There
gonna
we go.
counter with 2 Corsairs? Bottom left? Oh, those are
No, those
Zealots.
2
Never mind.
Zealots.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
I was like, man, you gotta hang on to those. Alright. So it looks like you were right. StRyKeR gonna be moving in here to the natural. We do have an Archon at the ready, though, and cannons as well. Okay. Posturing into the main here. Picks off 1 probe so far.
Oh, no.
Oh, big pickup on those Corsairs, though.
Yep. I like the counter pressure, but I'm not sure if we can accomplish much with just 1 Archon. You usually need like 2 Archons and a couple Zealot here. But StRyKeR did not make a sunken, so LancerX taking advantage of that, sending in those Zealot. Big hit from the Archon.
Yeah, big shot from the Archon.
Oh.
No!
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, you gotta just retreat sometimes with those Corsairs.
Yeah, we just gotta go back. We can't fight out there. So...
Still, though, more damage being done here from LancerX, just continually trading, scouting with these Zealots, getting a good amount of drone kills, forcing some lost mining time, and forcing Mutas to be pulled back constantly. And he sees that still, this is nothing but Muta.
Yeah, so a lot of times versus the Muta, you just want to make your 2 Archons, take a 3rd base with some cannons, right? Get into your Storm Tech with your Hydra. That's usually the best way to play against it. The biggest issue I see for LancerX is that he lost some of those Sayers. So like we had to remake it or get ready, because how do we ever defend our High Templar?
Yeah, I mean, you can't. That's why you gotta keep all those Corsairs alive for sure. Maybe a Lucky Storm, but that's a big maybe. And Lancer going for it again. At some point, I don't know, it feels like a little too much. Because he's just
pulling
bleeding.
the boys, man.
Yeah. He's pulling the boys, man. The drones are going to attack. Okay, at least the Zealots are coming back a little bit. Oh, nope, nope. He's just waiting for that Archon to kind of spot for the Muta.
Really good micro.
Yeah, good micro. For sure. Oh! Ooh, big
Ooh.
shot from that Archon. The Mutas do have +1 armor, so it's gonna take a few more shots at least. +1 completed, +2 underway for the range attack for Zerg.
Yeah, I like that LancerX is taking this 12 o'clock base with the gas. I think it's really strong. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, Scourge trying to get on top of these Corsairs. Looks like they're going to. Wow, great control there
Fantastic
from
control.
StRyKeR.
And now StRyKeR probably will just retreat though. That was well done. Oh, no, he's coming back in, man. He's said not enough.
Oh, big shot from that Archon.
Oh, another big shot. Oh, my
Gosh.
goodness.
That was huge. 6 kills on that Archon. And, you know, he did take quite a few probe kills, not quite mining the gas in the main once again, but at least it looks like LancerX going to be able to transition to a 3rd base at that 12 o'clock location.
Yeah. My only concern now is opposite. Now the worker count has gone down, right? We need to replenish those probes. I'm looking at StRyKER's drone count at 61. That is a big Zerg to deal with.
Yeah, that's definitely a big Zerg to deal with. DT going to see these transferring drones, actually, going towards bottom left. But I think he's going to get caught on the ramp with that group of Hydralisks. Probes moving to 12 o'clock.
Ooh. See ya, DT.
Oh
no. Run those probes. Run them.
Yeah, good pressure still from StRyKER, scouting everything out. And Protoss moving across the map.
Oh no. Okay. Another Templar lives. Good job.
This is going to be another big timing from LancerX here. Oh, Corsair's getting some great shots off, but the Templar does fall.
And we only have 1 Templar with our army here, Machine. We cannot move out here. We need to run away.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to break up that ramp with Lurker Tech and, you know, so many Hydralisks, leftover Mutalisks. And it looks like, yeah, StRyKER recognizing the position he's in. He's going for a 5th base at that high ground mineral only. Ooh, Storm catches another Muta.
80 drones machine. Is that enough?
I don't think that's enough.
Should we go for 100?
I think at least 100.
Okay.
At least 100 drones.
My goodness.
Wow, look at all these drones. That's crazy.
Oh, we lost 2. We better make 7 more.
I mean,
That's
he's
it.
got to be careful, right? Oh, there is nothing here. Oh, no. This could be devastating for StRyKeR, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this could hurt. If you can get on this production, kill these 3 hatcheries, kill all the drones, get some good storms as the Hydra come up here and clump up. Oh, good storm.
Yeah, it was a good storm. There is no observer with this army, so lurkers should eventually be able to clean this up, but not before taking some pretty serious
the
damage.
drones.
Oh, that was nice try. Not quite able to grab those drones, though. Archon is going to be morphed, and, you know, StRyKeR did take some damage there, but it was for LancerX's whole army.
Yeah, Machine, I don't know. When you start doing that with your army PvZ, it's difficult. You know, you have those high-tech units that are costing you a lot of gas. I mean, LancerX is on 3 gases, double forward, so he's not feeling so bad, but 71 drones of StRyKeR with 8-9 hatcheries, he is gonna make a ton of units to be able to macro out like crazy.
Yeah, he absolutely will be able to make so many units given this current situation. I mean, you just feel no pressure, right? Like he was already at 70 drones. Now, I mean, he can make as many as he wants at this point. Just take the entire map because there can't be any counter pressure from LancerX. We do see him at least have that +2 armor upgrade this game, so his fights versus the Lurker Hydra should go a little better, but he's going to need them to.
Oh, we stormed our own goons. No. Don't do it, LancerX. Don't do that. Storm the Hydra.
Do you think it's to intimidate StRyKeR? Like,
Yeah, come in here. I'll store my own stuff. That's how much some of the units I have. I dare you.
Looks like StRyKeR going to start taking the top right side of the map. Probably a good call here. He doesn't really have any pressure to try to attack at this point. He can kind of do whatever he wants. Corsairs will try to scout it out, though. It does see the drone moving towards the top right main location.
Yeah, you know, if you're StRyKeR, you know you're at the 15-16 minute mark. The Protoss is mining out main and natural eventually here, right? Like, you are on 5 bases. Just take bases, max out, get all your upgrades, get Defiler, like, just close out the game, right? When you're in a series like this, you just want to make sure you close it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Just close it out, you know? Like, just do what you gotta do, get your Niduses up, connect everything together. Like, don't attack. Don't attack into Cannon Storm.
We know we should not do that.
Nope.
And these Hydra are going to be looking for these Templar. How many can they pick?
Sharkin. Here they go.
Oh, they see him. Never mind. They ran away. Okay. I'm really hoping for LancerX he does not attack up into this third base here. Machine.
I think he's going to.
As soon as he does, all of that red on the left is going to come up behind and make a nice Protoss sandwich.
Ooh, Scouting Templar goes down.
Ooh, not the Scouting Templar. Here we go.
And it's surround time, Razz.
It's time. Oh no.
Oh man, there's so many lurkers moving in from the top left side of the map. Zergling's starting to stream in from StRyKeR's rally, but actually some reinforcing units from LancerX going to be doing some damage to this flanking force of Zerg. But, I mean, at the end of the day, there's just so many Zerglings here. Ooh, very nice storm, though, from LancerX.
We have a lot of Templars, so we can definitely trade somewhat effectively here. Yeah, there we go. We get some of those good storms. Well done from LancerX, able to get his storms off, but he's not going to be able to break up this base, and eventually he's going to need to take a 5th. So I think that's where we got to start getting our mind to. How do I get to my 5th base, get another gas, and just keep trading off storm for units?
Exactly. Yeah, he's got to stop trying to take these open ground engagements. Zerg just wants him to attack into upgraded lings at this point. You know, I'd like to see him start moving towards mid-left, get a probe at mid-left, take your your 5th base, as you said, and maybe start getting a couple shuttles trying to remove either top right or bottom left from StRyKeR's control.
Yeah, I think if he could do that, that'd be great. If he could just kind of make sure that he's holding bases, doing what he has to do, it'll be fine.
StRyKeR, though, doing a great job mirroring this Protoss army movement. Does get Lurkers burrowed down in some very good positions, taking advantage of that high ground, spreading everything out so that he doesn't take unnecessary damage from these storms. But LancerX continuing to push on here with this Dragoon force.
Yeah, trying to push in, trying to get something done, trying to break. StRyKeR pumping up some big storms there, but the observers go down.
Yeah, it was some big storms though, and LancerX, I mean, he's making progress moving forward. Oh no, 3 Lurkers, 4 Lurkers being caught here though from StRyKeR. But we do see Defiler tech on that high ground for StRyKeR here.
Yeah, really good trade here for LancerX with some of these armies, but StRyKeR just reinforcing like crazy, man. He just has a non-stop swarm coming in from both sides.
Yeah, when you have 70 drones, you don't really need great trades. You just need trades. You know, every fight doesn't have to go his way. You just got to keep fighting. Another storm picks up 3 Hydralisks of StRyKeRs there. But we're slowly seeing the red moving across the map. And GG is called there from LancerX. So.
Wow. A lot of craziness going on there. StRyKeR just macroing like a monster, man. Just getting after it, letting LancerX kind of smash into him, doing what he had to do.
Yeah, definitely showing some pretty incredible play there is StRyKeR. You know, such a beast, man. He has been a big problem for a lot of players in the BSL and, you know, just the North American scene in general. So going to get another shot against the Peruvian Terran TerrOr here to try to maybe reverse the scores here and make his way out of this Group F.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty close games before. I think StRyKeR probably played those first couple games, thought about it, maybe went and talked to some people and said, hey, what do you think about this? So we'll see if TerrOr is going to go with the same build against StRyKeR again.
Yeah, it could be a good call. I mean, it seemed to be a pretty big issue for XiaoShuai as well, if that's any tell of, you know, how good, you know, TerrOr's openers are. But yeah, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, folks. We are going to go to a quick break here, but obviously up next we'll have the final match of Group F here. It's going to be TerrOr facing off against StRyKeR.
a dance we do down Johannesburg way.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the BSL Group F. We are down to our final match of the day here. It's going to be another Zerg versus Terran between TerrOr and StRyKeR to see who the final member making it out of this Group F will be. But yeah, I'm obviously joined with Razz. What's up, Razz? You ready for this one?
I'm ready. I think it's always interesting in group stages when you have to play someone twice, right? So like there comes a little bit more meta, some more mind games, like is he gonna do the same builds? Is he gonna pick the same map? Should I ban his map if I win? Like all those types of things. So I'm curious to see what we have here. Are we gonna have some of the same builds? Are we gonna have some of the same styles, or will players totally switch it up? I mean, StRyKeR, TerrOr, both in Naz probably play a lot of practice games together, probably have seen a lot of builds from each other, so it definitely should be interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely always interesting between these two. Even the first series, very interesting. The score not quite reflecting how close those games were. StRyKeR, with a couple narrow losses, in their previous series. TerrOr even taking a game off of XiaoShuai and looked like he was going to take the full series against XiaoShuai. So his Terran vs Zerg is so difficult to handle. But if you look at the first series between these two that we watched earlier today, TerrOr didn't really deviate much. He did that 1-1-1 Valkyrie opener, took that natural, and kind of just was hitting some really strong bio timings from there. And StRyKeR maybe got a little overzealous game one, moving it out with some lurker muta at a time when he really shouldn't have been, and kind of same thing game two a little bit, so. Maybe if StRyKeR's able to keep a little bit more of that poise, we could get to a late game scenario between these two, and it might be, the adjustment he needs to kind of take this one.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats here, Machine. I see TerrOr versus Zerg 70%, StRyKeR versus Terran 67%. So both strong in their matchup here. So I think our players are ready. We are on Circuit Breaker, aka Circuit Breaker. Unbelievable. At least for PvZ, it's a nightmare, but we'll see what gets done here.
And spawning bottom left of Circuit Breakers as the red Zerg, we have StRyKeR.
And in the top right, El Champignon, it is TerrOr.
Champignon.
BBS available here, Machine. BBS available. Just saying.
Yeah, BBS definitely available. Circuit Breakers, a map, prior to this season, it's been a bit. We haven't seen this one a ton, but I could say it's a very popular map for mech, versus Zerg. Zerg, a little limited on third base locations. Sure, some Zergs take the 12, 6, 9, 3 bases, but most Zergs like to take the other mains on this map, I'd say in particular. So, with that, the closest third being a mineral only, which doesn't really benefit Zerg in the least versus Terran.
Yeah, I guess you have to take maybe natural as the best way to get a third, or do those low ground bases work out because there still is a ramp and gets funneled? What's the best thing? What's the best scenario here for you if you have to pick optimal?
I mean, you know me, I always like defending on a ramp. I think it's just easiest, right? Put a couple lurkers on top of it. Terran can't do anything about it. But you definitely see Zergs like Sziky take the low ground naturals on some bases that'll lead to being able to defend a quicker fourth, or even the 12-6, 9-3 can work if you have good muta control. Mid game versus Terran on this map. So there are options, but it's just a little different.
Okay. Well, we'll see right now. It looks pretty standard from StRyKeR here, right? Like 12, 11, 10 we're probably going to see. Or 12, 11, 11. And then nothing too crazy from TerrOr either. No gas yet.
Yeah, no gas quite yet. SCV Scout will go a miss top left, but he should at least be able to see the Overlord here. Oh, actually, StRyKeR pulling that back just in time. TerrOr might not have seen it. Meanwhile, he is completely changing it up here. This is going to be TerrOr Bio to start.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to move out, right? Take a CC. No big deal. Play a normal standard game.
It's fine, right? There's no shocker here. If anything, if you're TerrOr, you're already in StRyKER's head. And he has to be thinking, is this the 1-1-1 that just beat me the 2 games prior? You can't really tell. Unfortunately.
Do I need to put a sunken down? Am I good here? I mean, he's done it a couple times. I guess the only difference in the build, right, there's no wall in the front. So maybe that tips him a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure. We'll see how many Zerglings StRyKER ends up going with. It's very popular to pressure with 6-lings early on in this matchup occasionally, but it does not look like StRyKER will be going for that variant. Just a couple lings being made, one to scout, one to pick away at that SCV that's scouting his main.
And I think we do have a sunken going down here, because we don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So those other games play into effect here.
Yeah, that hurts for Zerg. You never want to make that sunken versus early bio if you don't have to. And look at the speed of it, right? That could be a couple more drones or something. But actually, TerrOr is moving out with this Bioforce, so at least the sunken has a purpose.
Yeah, at least there's TerrOr. He knows, oh, okay, I better do it. But I would imagine we're going to see TerrOr pull back, and now StRyKER's confirming with his Zergling. Fantastic scout timing, right, to say, hey, 2 barracks in an academy this fast? That's interesting.
Yeah, we'll get bunker. Yeah, no bunker. We'll get a great scout off. At least he's got the sunken. At least the sunken had a purpose there. But still, StRyKER should be able to play his way out of this. 2.5 hatch variant. Going to be what StRyKER ends up going with here.
Yeah, popular now. So pretty standard stuff here from both, man. Nothing crazy, like nothing to say, hey, this person's got an edge. The sunken hurts a little bit, but right now it seems like it's a very even game state.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, look at that worker count here for StRyKER. 22 to the 26 of TerrOr. StRyKER definitely not one to skimp on making drones. So I think he's in a completely fine position here. Well, it looks like he's going to force maybe, I don't know if that was going to be a temporary Evo block or something, but at least one more creep colony going down here for StRyKER.
Yeah, I think he confirmed before it looked like it was going to be some sort of stim rush just based on the build, academy timing, no bunker, so he actually canceled it and replaced it.
Yeah, and this does look like it's going to be a stim timing out of TerrOr. That is 12 Marines already. Wow. No Zergling speed from StRyKER yet, so just, hoping to hang on to or be able to produce an extra muta early game and thinks that's going to give him some advantages in these mid-game fights.
Hey, cancel the second sunken because he has the muta on the way, so he feels confident he can hold, and TerrOr is now coming across. I don't think he has range yet, but he definitely should have stim. That should be a good timing for StRyKER to get enough muta out to take care of this bio ball.
I like that TerrOr's just getting in a really weird position, right? Because all he's if StRyKeR pops up into TerrOr's main right now with those muta, there's a chance he just holds with turrets, right? But StRyKeR needs these mutas to live. He will kill him. Oh,
he knows
yeah.
the mutas are top left, so he's just going for it, man.
Wow.
You're right. He's just gonna make turrets at home, make Marines, and here we go. Sunken is down. StRyKeR turning around. I think it may be too late though here, Machine. Drones falling all over the place.
Yeah, TerrOr with just a perfect call here to run by, gets on top of both these drone lines, and I mean, StRyKeR's mutas are only halfway across the map. He's already taken too much damage.
Yeah, and I don't even know if he can kill the amount of bio that's there with these muta. I guess he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, muta getting a couple shots off on these medics, but yeah, TerrOr already picking off the extractor in the main. Mutas are bruised. Yeah, I think he's just done it already.
Yeah, I mean, this damage here, he's killed a bunch of muta. He's killed a bunch of drones. We see the GG anyway. Unfortunate, but what a play from TerrOr, huh? Moving up on the ramp saying, hey, I'll send the fire bets out. Scout for your third base. Once you move your muta, I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, great movement, great positioning. There was an Overlord there at the 6 o'clock position over that high ground that, you know, if it was just a hex over, would have seen some of that bioforce moving in. So a little unfortunate there for StRyKeR, but you know what? TerrOr, you know, taking a little bit of a chance and it pays off here early on in this series.
Yeah, good tactical awareness of TerrOr, you know, getting after it, doing what he had to do. So game 1 to TerrOr. Will StRyKeR pick Apocalypse again, or will TerrOr ban that map on him, knowing that he wants to play it? This is where I feel like, you know, you played a series, now all of a sudden the mind games get real.
Yeah, they absolutely do get real. I don't think it's ever a bad idea to ban the map that your opponent wants to play, right? You know, unless like your first ban was something that you absolutely don't want to play on. You know, it could be nice just to throw your opponent off. You know, their game plan. Yeah, TerrOr up 1-0 here. And once again, this was a different build from TerrOr, so he's fully in the headspace of StRyKeR going into this next match. It could be anything, right?
Yeah, as we saw StRyKeR put down the early creep colony, not knowing what it was, didn't want to get a vulture run by, totally understand. But definitely a challenge, man. Definitely crazy. So retro is the selection here. So standard map, standard gameplay. We saw TerrOr before lose XiaoShuai on this map. Had a really back and forth game. Ended up doing a mid-game mech switch. So we'll see what he has. I think our players are ready, Machine. Let's jump into game number 2 here of this decider match.
And spawning at the top right of retro as the red Zerg, once again, it is StRyKeR.
And in the bottom right, one game away from the round of 16, it is TerrOr. So I think, is this a good base to 8 racks from, Machine? So you can lift and make the wall again?
Sure, why not? I can't really think of a bad map to 8 racks on, you know?
I know, like, Terran like to. I know Terran like to make an 8 racks. Ooh, and here he comes out in places where the Marines pop out on the correct side, so they can wall off versus Lings. But and there it is. The 8 racks is out.
And I mean, he's gonna get so lucky with this too, because this is facing towards StRyKeR's natural. He could not find a closer rally point. So, I mean, I said it once, I'll say it again. TerrOr has such a strong 8 racks timing specifically. Like, the guy controls it so well. He always gets value with it. StRyKeR's really going to need to be on top of his early drone control to even stand a chance here.
Yeah, he's not going to scout it right either with the Overlord. He's going to make a 12 hatch. So definitely unfortunate here in terms of scouting patterns. Hopefully he'll send his drone out and at least see it as the Marines are building coming forward, but
Oh, no Marine!
Oh,
That was a little bit of a delay. That was unexpected there from TerrOr. Definitely, that was odd.
pool just going down though.
Yeah, this is looking like the 2.5 hatch variant once again from StRyKeR. StRyKeR's drone ran out and around and then to bottom left. Kind of unique here. He will see this barracks though. He might. This might trigger a cancel of the extractor in the main. He knows exactly what's coming. Yep, extractor is canceled. Drones already pulled. Only 5 remaining in the main. So StRyKeR taking this very seriously, as he should. Oh, but the Overlord running out. I mean, you could lose Overlords in this pretty easily.
All right, TerrOr, this is where it's going to get, see what we can do. If he can get 2 to 3 drones, I think 3 drones is like really the number you're looking for to make like serious damage. We're seeing him again build a bunker down here.
Yeah, he's got to do this little bunker hop to the natural here. StRyKeR, though, is very hip to it, man. He is all over this bunker being morphed, trying to apply some pressure here. But the Champignon moving in with a few Marines.
Yeah, no drone kills yet, though, Machine. So that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
And Zergling's coming out now, so really well held so far.
Oh, you can't lose these. Can't lose these. He does pull him in time. Wow.
But we're going to get this bunker down.
I think we got to get a sunk in. You got, oh, maybe not. Caster Curse. 1 Marine falls. Oh, almost 2 Marines fall.
Oh, no. All the lings. Okay.
It's all right. I think he can. I think it's more even than we think. I think
it's fine. I think that fact that he lost no drones makes him a little bit ahead, right? Like, he pulled the drones for a long time, but he didn't lose any. So he's able to recover from there.
StRyKeR better control than XiaoShuai? Question mark? Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe. You heard it here first.
Machine hot takes.
Oh, we got a lot of Zerglings now, so I mean, StRyKeR taking this bunker very seriously, as he should. There's a 2 gap in that wall, right?
Yeah, there's 2 gaps. I'm surprised he didn't put a depot in there.
Big surround on this bunker, and all of the remaining Marines and SCV do fall. We already see Lair on the way here for StRyKeR. But yeah, TerrOr should be expecting the potential of some counter pressure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, look at the worker count again. Like, StRyKeR not losing any drones, I think, is going to be the key here. Like, he held it really well, lost nothing. He can just kind of hit his build now in stride.
Yeah, absolutely. Scouts out the Marine count at that natural, still sees that barracks blinking. He knows it's just bio production for now. That 2.5 hatch being placed inside the main, and as you stated, man, 19 drones to 21 SCVs. You got to be feeling pretty good if you're StRyKeR right now.
Yeah, I think that super solid here from him. He's getting that 3rd hatchery down now, so we have that 2.5. He's recovered on the worker count. In stride with the Lair. Definitely feel like he's a little bit ahead right now. But who knows, man? We saw this last game and it got crazy back and forth.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to get crazy one way or another, man. These 2 guys have played each other countless times. You know, there's no hidden tactics in this one.
Yeah, they know what's going on here.
So
TerrOr getting that medic out there, getting the fire back, getting his comm stats up. StRyKeR just continuing to drone.
Yeah, we already see
down
creep colony going down. I think that's a great call. But actually, look at this rush time, man. It is nothing here for TerrOr. StRyKeR trying to dive in, maybe force a little bit of a pullback. Oh, man. You gotta live, man. You gotta live.
I think we're gonna see a stem.
Yep, he should. He's gonna get right onto the sunken before it's even completed, it looks like. Oh no! The Zerglings in the center just not quite able to capitalize, and suddenly drones being pulled. StRyKeR just stuck in this halfway point where he didn't quite have the sunkens up, doesn't quite have the link count he needs to hold. Mutas are being produced, but they're gonna spawn surrounded by bio here from Terran.
Yeah, and we're gonna lose this natural, man.
Yeah.
Like we said, it was looking good for StRyKeR, looking good for StRyKeR, and then TerrOr pulls out a great move. Fantastic stuff, able to get this natural down, beat the Sunkens. StRyKeR trying to hold on, trying to get something done here. He knows this is his last life to get out of this group. And GG there from StRyKeR. Wow, TerrOr taking it down and advancing to the round of 16.
Yeah, no surprise, man. You knew TerrOr